Alright, it is another new episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I left myself a note last episode to just go down this lift, so let's do that now. I think you'll only hear the attenuated effect while there's a loud noise happening at the same time, like typing.
Cargo platform activated. Awaiting input.
Scratch it.
So long, underplate. I hate you too.
I might actually be congested today.
Wonder what the reactor's like.
Dark, dismal. A slaughterhouse where they butcher the planet. Then there's the smell. The Mako. Be ready for it.
Right.
It's nice. We ever talk about the smell of Mako.
Guys, it's the reactor calling us. Beckoning us saying, bring it on, Avalanche.
I tried Googling a missables guide, like what we're using for Golden Sun, just to reduce my stress in certain areas. And almost all of the posts are like, this game has a chapter select when you beat it, so there's no such thing as a missable. I'm like, okay. I categorically disagree, but okay. I'm sure it'll probably be a few more weeks or months before someone actually puts a missables guide together. Spoiler free. Really gotta kill these missile launchers. They kick my ass really quickly if I'm not careful about it.
Give me your best shot.
I said Mako as a kid. I don't think I've ever said it as an adult since learning the correct pronunciation. Here we go.
Don't give up. Not looking good.
Thank you, Tifa. I'm trying to kill the one that's mostly dead.
Buzz off. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Should have seen that.
Whoa, okay.
Hell you playing at?
Don't die. Barret.
Got some fight left in you? Asshole!
I got interrupted shit.
Do worse. You can handle
I
it.
got this.
I got it.
Come on, get enough healing to pick up Barret here. Oh, looks like she actually got a heal from Tifa, so I could probably just cast Thunder.
Bam!
Perfect.
That all you got?
Tifa.
Calling lightning. Time to get
Okay,
serious.
nasty ones are dead.
All set.
Need my help, do you? Get your ass out of here.
Perfect.
Nothing to it.
Lightning materia level up is always nice.
How'd you like that?
Game is structured around chapter selects. Minigame plus materia, sure.
Come on. Ain't no thing.
They've definitely tried to go for a emphasis on the
He's probably worried.
mostly on rails story, which is something that's true about the original FF7, right? In contrast to something like Final Fantasy VI, where it does lock you out of exploring earlier maps, but only temporarily. Like, there's a couple major points of no return, but you can generally go back to Narshi or Figaro or wherever. But a lot of FF7's maps are fire and forget. Like, you never come back to this reactor, or the first reactor, obviously, since it gets blown up. I'm guessing a lot of that will change in episode 2 of this game.
This is Shinra City. We'll probably have cameras everywhere.
Why didn't you say something sooner?
Way too late to bail now.
It's like walking a tightrope. When you're on it, only 2 ways off.
Better keep my balance.
I'm gonna call that vents.
Good at it.
Is that
I wonder.
so? The entire sun lamp section is a new addition. I think that's kind of cool.
Almost there.
Completely open world, classic Final Fantasy structure there.
Tifa?
It's nothing. Just thinking about the next step. I didn't think I'd be this nervous.
Little
Some
metal.
things you never get used to.
Yeah.
I really like 10 storytelling style though. I think it. I'm a fan of linear storytelling. I know that's been out of vogue, where people have been a big fan of open worlds for some time now. But I'm like actively discouraged by them in most cases. It's usually not. Unless if it's Breath of the Wild, it's not something I'm excited about in most cases.
Mercy! Wait, Cloud,
Mercy.
where's Jesse and Wedge?
Report.
Topside's going nuts after some terrorists jumped off a train.
That's
Nice
us.
and quiet here, though. So quiet I had no trouble securing your route into the reactor.
You magnificent son of a bitch. Bring it in.
So, where are the others?
Man,
Jesse got hurt and couldn't make it.
Bad?
not so bad she couldn't rope in this guy.
Barrett's improving as they make him
Thanks
out to
for
be
stepping up.
Good
sillier.
job.
Worked out pretty good. You picking that train you did. While Shinra scours Sector 4, you could waltz right on into Sector 5. It's a bit of a squeeze, but it ought to get you where you need
I
to
keep
go.
praising this game's adaptation of the soundtrack, but I'm still really impressed.
Can't be choosers. Oh, and you'll be needing your grappling guns, of course. All set?
Ready to take on the world and then some.
Light machine gun.
Make sure everyone gets clear, okay?
Will do.
Let that sit on the screen longer. Yeah, I think if anything, they adapted Barrett too faithfully in the bombing mission. Given the direction they've decided to take his character post-bombing
Keep
mission.
guns close. Secure them to your belt or whatever so you don't lose them. When we're done, we'll be using these babies to get down safe. All of us.
Got it.
I've seen that in some comic book adaptations before, where it's like they take the character in a different direction, but then it's really important to them to adapt some specific scene or panel almost shot for shot, and it feels kind of out of touch as a result. It's like, this isn't really the character that you wrote at this point, but okay. I also don't think that Barrett's dialogue in the original FF7 lends itself to an actual emoting, mocapped voice acting person.
Quickly now, quickly!
Yeah, basically, cut to jumping out of the train to here. Everything between those 2 points has been mostly
This place
excess.
reeks of Mako.
Looks like we made it.
There's a little part where you crawl down a shaft into an area that looks like that upper plate section with the sun lamps, but it's a very short, like 3-path area that takes you straight into this place.
Yeah. We're near Mako storage.
Let's move.
Still need to get my friend Kat to play this game. He was really into Crisis Core, but had never played like any of the other Final Fantasies. Like, hey, this is like really good Crisis Core.
Here, maybe?
Equip his new weapon real quick.
That could work.
Let me see if I can upgrade it to have another materia slot first. Materia slots is unfortunately always going to be what determines whether I equip something. I know there's those really good weapons later in the game that have no slots, and it's like, nope, sorry. I'm sure it's cool. So how does SP accrual work in this game? This gun that I just got already has 40 SP. Are like, is SP a global currency that's accruing on all the weapons in the game? And once you get the weapon, you can spend however much you've accrued up to that point, or something like that? Okay, everything else I don't care about. This is fine. Okay, so basically what I was saying, you have 40 SP. When you get a new weapon, since you haven't spent anything, it starts with 40 SP, or however much you had. Gotcha. Some things get it globally, okay. Also, someone was trying to help me understand one of these better. Use unique abilities on staggered enemies and charge the ATB gauge 10 times. So, we took this to mean 10 different unique named abilities. What does it actually mean?
I'm next.
Yeah, no, I'm really glad that each weapon gets its own pool. Definitely the way to do it.
Kinda scary, huh?
It's all in the mind.
So unique abilities doesn't matter, it's just accrue ATB charges on staggered enemies? Or is there a particular kind of attack I have to use to get a charge? I guess maybe the triangle button attacks?
Hey, check it out. They sick this big boy on us, we'd be screwed 6 ways to
Looks
the
like the airbuster.
Mechanized units like these were designed to take out giant monsters. Probably a new prototype.
Oh, that's a cool
If they do decide
twist.
to deploy it, then our best bet would be to run like hell.
Oof. Then let's hope he sleeps through the explosion.
Not gonna have to deal with that. Chekhov's airbuster. I've done several D&D campaigns where like the early bosses are inspired by the iconic early bosses from FF7. So I've done like Guard Scorpion and Airbuster. The whole point of Airbuster in the original game is it's a pincer attack and the boss turns around, so I'm interested to see how they adapt that here.
Where is everybody?
You mean Shinra? Got spooked and cleared out is my guess.
I won't lose!
That's that. Enough.
The regular attacks from Punisher mode won't trigger it.
That's a win!
I assume they must have been because I haven't really been using Barrett or Tifa's triangle abilities. Maybe I happened to get while I was learning Tifa's abilities.
The smell. It takes me back.
Like that they've kept the reactor layout looking pretty similar.
Hell out of my way.
No holding back. It's over.
Slug Ray, yeah.
Going in.
He's already got full ATB. Okay.
Keep those gloves up.
Sure thing, Coach.
Hey, supers.
What we got here?
Turrets up top.
I can deal with those things.
But will you do it on autopilot? Probably not. I don't think I'm gonna get to stagger him before it's too late. Let's see. Sorry, 1 second. I had to unmute Discord this weekend. And I just killed it without staggering it. Okay. Womp womp.
It's on you.
Yeah, I'll do it. Ain't no thing.
That'll do.
Let's go.
Need my help, do you? Let's keep pouring it on. Gonna make your eyeballs pop. Give them hell.
I got this.
All right, watch and learn.
Come on. There you go.
Taking over. Calling lightning.
Bring it. There. Bring it.
Suck on me.
You're not wasting anything here. This is probably fine.
Yeah, I'll do it. Get your ass out of here.
That's the way to do it.
This is how we do it. Alright, I got a million potions, so I may as well. Painful as it is. If they set up these big areas that you have room for fights, right? That's cool.
So, it was like this last time?
A little more chaotic, ain't that right?
Yeah.
I'm screwed. There's no way I'll ever beat the final boss now. Exactly. A charm imbued with the fervent desire to be by one's side for eternity. Guessing the non-active character's buff is better if I'm not actively using her. I do like the coolant. It's a nice add. I think it was pretty much just a drop off in the original, right? Oh, it has to be because that's her airbuster.
Soldiers.
But that's further back. That's in the little
Shinra?
bridge on your way out.
Sick of this. I'm sick of all of this.
They kept that costume exactly the same. Nice.
Hey,
She's mad.
soldier boy.
Tifa.
What?
Nope, that flashback's in the original. I don't remember if we see that much of it.
How much time we need?
Got all the time in the world. This one comes with a remote detonator.
That's good. Thanks, Jesse.
Courtesy of Jesse.
We withdraw to a safe distance. Then, kaboom!
Safe distance?
What? No such thing.
No issues.
We get out the same way we got in. Let's double back.
I'm actually pretty excited to see how they're going to handle him falling into the church, because like the perspective with the pre-rendered background in that part is always been a little confusing to me, especially with the Turks walking in.
Huh?
What the? Where you going?
Weirdly perfect timing.
Wait a minute. Is someone watching us?
This is new. Thanks, Bender.
My dear sewer rats. As architect of our populace engagement campaign, I, Heidegger, head of public security, bid you welcome.
He can't really do a character when he's yelling like that.
You should be flattered. Right now, you command the undivided attention of every soul in Midgard.
Huh? What is this?
Breaking news from Mako Reactor 5. Shinra has confirmed the reactor to be the target of the bomb.
This actually kind of looks like one of the newscasts that you see in really low res as a
And security is currently sweeping
texture on one of the
explosive devices.
TVs.
We now go live to the scene.
It's impressive.
Sector 5 Undercity. Having confirmed the terrorist target, the Shinra Emergency
See ya,
Operations
Hans,
Center
Nicole.
has issued an evacuation advisory. Residents are outraged that the tragedy of Mako Reactor 1 was only the first attack in a campaign of violence.
President Shinra has issued a statement providing assurances that the terrorists will soon be brought to justice.
And so, to a people beset by chaos and uncertainty, we will offer the finest comfort, bread and circus. The big boy.
The big boy.
Shinra's latest triumph of technology. The Airbuster, your executioner.
Kind of liked
Engineering on the line. Correct. The Airbuster is only
the
6
president showing up and doing the finger snap, but
I'm on air.
it's pretty good.
The imbecile in charge down there. You are hereby ordered to seize those intruders and bring them to me. Come quietly or there'll be trouble! Attention security forces. I repeat.
Briefly forgot to assess when we first started the episode, but I think it was all enemies I had fought before. God, I hope so.
I got them now.
Hold up.
Time to end this.
So get it done already. Give it all you got. You never was coming to
Damn it.
Strike hard and fast.
I think I may have gotten one there. Not sure. Oh, she may have already had too much ATB for it to count.
Bring them to the command center right now.
Mind taking over?
I got it.
Attention all security forces.
Just kind of like dampening effect on the soundtrack. Or the soundtrack comes out now when you're in the ATB mode. I really like that.
Center right now.
Deal with that.
Let me handle it. Finish him off.
I don't think I got it. Alright.
Shut the
We'll keep
hell up.
trying.
Attention all security forces.
I don't believe it. We played right into Shinra's hands.
Subdue the insurgents and bring them to the command
And their
center
bullshit news
immediately.
is
I
already
repeat,
peddling their false narrative.
See you, sir.
the insurgents and bring
So
them
we're
to the command
screwed.
center right now.
No, hell no! Listen, they want to turn this into a spectacle?
Attention, all
Then I
security
say
forces.
let's give them one. Let's take down Shinra's
Subdue
big
the
ass neck in front of
insurgents and bring
everybody.
them to the command
Okay.
center immediately.
I'm sold.
I repeat,
Interesting. They're building up more to Airbuster.
Attention all security forces. Subdue the insurgents and bring them to the command center immediately. I repeat. Subdue the insurgents and bring them to the command center right now.
Right. He's earning significantly less from this than doing odd jobs in town.
Subdue the insurgents and bring them to the command center immediately. I repeat.
Now you place the bomb, nothing happens, the president shows up, snaps his fingers, Airbuster shows up, he gets airlifted out. They must have decided that having President Shinra himself show up was a little silly at this point. Hologram Heidegger makes more sense, I guess.
Intruders! Take him out!
I don't want to miss any assesses if I can.
Allow me.
Still here.
You're gonna die before you get staggered, aren't you? Yep. You will see it.
All clear. Now let's see what these bastards were up to.
Barrett, Cloud, over here.
Sector 5 reactor keycard.
Keycard. Might come in handy.
You think? Nice work.
So that in a second. So making sure there's no other boxes or chests or anything.
You really need to see this.
Yes, yes. Attack him from behind.
It looks like a few of its components are still in transit.
We'll see about that.
Could tamper a little with its loadout.
Boxes.
And give ourselves an edge?
There should be a console somewhere.
That's an interesting idea.
Think you can get it to work?
Needs a keycard.
Try that key card of yours.
Think.
Emulates, huh? I'm guessing that's some sort of component?
Yep. An enhancement powered by liquefied materia.
Sounds bad.
Yep.
Pretty sure I can divert this unit for disposal.
Removing M units from an airbuster will reduce the number of items that it has at its disposal. It does not directly affect the airbuster's tactical performance. Collecting the discarded items can give your party a much needed boost in the fight. Why would I say no?
M unit flagged for disposal.
Is it bad to say no? Like, am I gonna miss out on content?
So far, so good.
Right. Let's move.
No actual choice there. 2 out of 3. I think they mean that it's going to use all the same abilities.
Even now?
Yep. Probably got a live feed.
Nothing we can do about it. Except smile for the folks at home. Time to go wild!
You said it.
I guess technically they don't count as having assessed these guys. Okay.
Best do it right.
Good. I'm guessing that sweeper I fought earlier was just a regular sweeper, didn't count as a separate entity, hopefully. I mentioned we pick up the items elsewhere.
Too late.
And there you have it.
Go team. I'm guessing the number of enemies where there's only one of them in the entire game is fairly low. I'm sure they exist, but...
Component outbound from B7.
Copy. We've lost contact with B8. Send some men to check it out. We've got a schedule to keep.
Didn't think this was progress.
Huh. Intruders! Seize them!
Engineering, this is B7.
Negative B7. Airbus delivers priority. You're on your own.
I got your number. Enough.
We will deal with you ourselves.
Looks like there's 2 consoles this time.
2
Double the
consoles.
sabotage.
Very good. They didn't lock me out of going
Find key
back.
cards.
What are you talking about, Brutus? Okay, it's nothing else in here anyway. There's more in that area I wanted to explore. I thought there was a path down there. Lightning materia. I don't want to equip it, but let me check what's going on.
Error. Keycard required for operation.
Now would be an appropriate time to be like, you should get a keycard.
Any cards?
Just the one.
2 choices. And only 1 single-use card. It's up to you, Cloud.
AI programming cores. Okay, does anyone know, is there... how do I get the most items? Or the best items, the rarest items? Read the terminals before deciding.
Console talks about big bomber shells. You acquainted?
We call them BBs. One's enough to blow you to hell and back.
Could divert them and give it a couple less shots to take us out. Make the call.
Moving the big bombers from your bus will reduce the number of big bomber shells. Hit your party hard. Fewer shells fired your way, the safer your party will be.
What does an AI programming core do?
Increases processing power dedicated to motor function computation. Makes it move real quick.
A real quick giant robot, huh? That doesn't sound good. Anyway, we should weigh our options carefully.
Moving Airbus's programming car hampers its tactical awareness and reduces the frequency with which it fires its finger beams and attack that stuns targets. I'm more annoyed by stun than large damage.
Programming core flagged for disposal.
This is a really big setup to Airbus here.
Like so, where did we send the discarded stuff?
To a storeroom for defective equipment, I'm guessing.
That's so. You think these defective shells and programming cores might be valuable enough to warrant a little detour?
Maybe.
I say we grab them.
If we get that far.
3 out of 4, 2 out of 3.
Okay, listen up, y'all. Everything Shinra has told you is a goddamn lie. Mako is the lifeblood of our planet. Those greedy bastards are bleeding it dry. Y'all gotta rise up.
Barrett, who are you talking to?
On camera.
Put me on TV, I'm gonna drop some truth.
1,000 Gil says they cut this out.
Definitely like post-bombing mission Barrett a lot better.
Surprise, brothers!
I think it was just adaptation blues before.
Not good enough! Ready to rock!
Finish it.
Let's kick it up a notch. Pour on the pain!
There we go. I think I just got it finally. Now I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Best do it right.
Let's do this! No way! Please!
Got it.
I got this.
Dive kick.
It's on you.
Ow.
Didn't think it'd be so tough.
Well, it shouldn't.
Does that auto cure effect actually cost them any resources? The purple materia? Palladium? Importing MP for the boss fight. Alright, so I could come in here and use that new keycard I got to put it on a bomb core, but I'm just gonna keep going forward. So it wouldn't have let me leave the previous room without using that first keycard. Gotcha.
Take him down!
We can't afford any more delays. You need to keep those components coming. Do whatever it takes.
Get ready.
I wish you could cancel a melee attack into a guard. I feel like the way to guard in this game is to just like either to know the enemy animations really well beforehand, Or just wait in front of them while holding R1, right? Usually I don't like deliberate committed animations, but this game is a little bit too fast-paced. Oh shit. OBS just disconnected. I thought this might happen. I've been having Comcast issues. Hold on, let me see if it comes back. Alright, so whenever that happens, I'll hopefully just be able to trim it on YouTube. From your perspective, future YouTube viewer, you'll just see the screen cut. Been having Comcast problems lately. I know the instant an outage happens, there's a really loud
Find any cards?
Windows sound effect and OBS blows up in my face.
3 choices.
Take your pick.
3 choices. Or if you include the previous room.
AI programming core. What are you thinking, Cloud? Should we get rid of it?
Yeah, my issue is it has to do with the business node that I'm on. They still haven't done an upgrade on it.
Programming core flagged for disposal.
I ended up getting a contact at Comcast who's a regional manager for like the Four Corners states.
I was thinking the same thing.
He said that after looking at some records that they haven't done an infrastructure upgrade here in like much longer than any other area, that we're long overdue for one, so it's likely the cables are just having issues whenever there's big temperature swings. So 2 times a year I have serious outage issues. It's still better than what we were dealing with when I wasn't on Comcast Business. These were much worse back then on the consumer network. It's interesting that the objective marker has me coming through here, because I think this is the way I just came, right? Fortunately, I was running the wrong way before because the objective marker is in a weird spot.
I tell you what, I ain't never looked forward to an execution more in my entire life.
You don't say.
We're about to make fools out of Shinra while the whole damn city's watching. Times like these, you gotta save her.
Oh no, if you're about to ask me to dance, then don't.
Come on, don't be shy. How about you, Cloud?
I don't dance.
I feel like there's large portions of this game that are not mocap, where the characters like emote like anime characters. I mean, I guess you could direct someone to move like that, right? Purple chest. Sonic Strikers. I keep talking about it, but they've done a really great job with the leitmotifs in these original tracks. You know what I want, game? I'm starting to worry it doesn't have it. Oof. Oh, but it does have 4 slots by default. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I completely agree, Scholar. It's kind of classic in that respect. Gotta have the Sephiroth slow arms out emote. Alright, I think I want to move things around to give somebody lightning elemental materia, so let me see if I can do that. I guess I have enough lightning, and there's so much that's weak against it this early in the game. Maybe it's not terrible. Probably not terrible to have multiple heal materials. She also has the auto heal a bit. Let's do elemental. Lightning, which was the one that was the highest. This one. Healing. Lock up. And then revive is currently not equipped by anybody here. Let's give her luck up instead of HP up. Okay. Cool. Happy with that. You have your stock arm cross animations, pretty classic. It looks like you learn auto life in this game super early. It's borderline hidden in the original Final Fantasy VII. I never use it against Emerald Weapon.
We're running dangerously low on components because of those terrorists!
Copy! They're here!
They're definitely getting some value out of this particular room and the tunnels outside the room, right? Hooray!
Bunch of pushovers. Come on, y'all. Let's see what kind of mischief they were getting up to.
I think they were just kind of sitting in this room waiting for us to show up.
And never enough keycards.
Guessing it's M units or bombers now. Oh no, there's still AI programming cores.
An AI programming core. Should we discard this or something else?
Programming core flagged for disposal.
Yeah, that'll do.
I wonder if they felt pressure to price this game at $60. There's 2 key cards in this room. Well, that helps with my decision making.
AI programming cores help it move faster, right? Divert it or not.
No, I think if you can do assets, if you can reuse your assets smartly, that's completely fine. It depends on the game.
Programming core flagged for disposal.
That should slow them down some.
Your reuse of the asset can be more, you can think of it as being more or less degenerate, I think. Like, Mass Effect 1 asset reuse is highly degenerate and frustrating, where it's like you no longer care about doing the side quest planets that don't have a related story or dialogue to them, because it's just the same prefab building with the same group of mooks in it every single time.
We're coming up on the exit.
Asset abundance was not a virtue of that game. It's something they did a really good job of addressing in Mass Effect 2 with all of the
moment Big Boy goes down, you hit that switch.
cool, unique planets.
Right.
Mow them down.
Lucky I stretched.
We're done here!
Get ready.
Is that all you got?
Try this.
how long a playthrough of Final Fantasy VII with all of the non-boss fights turned off actually runs. Y'all suck, you know that? These guys weak against fire.
No escape.
Except when they're attacking or knocked off balance.
You're done. Let's go.
Pretty sure I used both the key cards that I could check.
Diverting programming core to disposal.
Oh, I don't know where I got an extra one. Should be 0 AI cores, right? Thanks, Leon.
That's an M unit, right?
Yep.
This is our chance to really stick it to Shinra. We should think it through before we make a decision.
Okay. I'm still crazy impressed that they have kept such a huge variety of monsters.
Just imagining their faces when they find out.
I feel like that would justify splitting the game by itself.
It's all good. The stage is set. All the
They had so many unused assets, they made 2 more games out of it. I really wish that the objective marker in this game was a little bit more mature, like the one in Resident Evil 3 Remake and 2 Remake. Just the map in general. It's an interesting way to loop you back around here.
Can't say we didn't prepare. Now we just gotta get it done.
Yeah, this section and the previous area with the sun lamps. I think the sun lamp area would have been awesome if it had a, modern map implementation. No, the actual in-game, the large map is also useless.
Status report. We're short on AI groups, but tracking down replacements. Work faster, or you'll hear it from the brass.
The marker's not placed very smartly. Certainly doesn't dynamically update based on where you're actually standing. It doesn't tell you if you have or haven't been to an area yet.
Every second you can.
That was a neat way to add that set of extra rooms around the sides there and then put us back on the track of the original game. I feel like I'm watching the Star Wars special editions. Like, oh, Stormtrooper on a dewback wasn't in the original. There's a scene in this where Cloud inexplicably walks on Jabba the Hutt's tail, right?
Second wind.
Let's try to zap these guys. I'm gonna kill them until after I cast Decisive on them, though.
That's far enough, you bastards. I'm taking you down.
Zara, great. Marstead.
Get your ass out of here. Y'all never had a chance.
Ooh, healing material improved. Region, nice. probably afford to use regular potions. My potions I can never use. Really glad they greatly increased the rate at which you level up materia in this. Don't think you see like Thundara until you get out of Midgar in the original game.
Reduced response time. Should work in our favor.
For real though, we need to talk victory poses. Something coordinated for the live on camera finish. Could blow up big, start a new trend.
Veto.
Huh? No way up?
It's a cutter.
I got your number.
Delivering a certain amount of damage or destroying an arm knocks it down, making it more susceptible to staggering. When it recovers, it activates a rampage mode and becomes difficult to stagger. Okay. Might have been able to block that instead of trying to dodge it. Da, 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 da. Ow, 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 ow. Nice. I think I'm trying to get better at using the L2, R2 spellcasts rather than trying to switch to them and use their abilities and then just switch back to Cloud.
A real subtle invitation.
We were gonna bring the draft anyway.
I like that I'm actually, like, kind of needing to use 70 regular potions. Hey, Ravanon, how you doing? I'm trying to think how I feel about setting up airbusters so early. Because it's, I think I liked, there was one scene during the bombing mission where they cut to Shinra watching the whole thing. And I thought that was kind of nice if it was just one throwaway scene that you could easily forget. But they've cut away to Shinra so many times now, I think it's going to rob the... President Shinra shows up and flies off in a helicopter scene of some of its weight, you know? Like, I think it's good to set it up a little bit. But we've cut to it like 7 times now, I would say. I think they're trying to establish the villains a little bit better, which is a good idea. In the original game, you don't really get Heidegger much at all until Shinra HQ. I think they're also probably smart to progress through the important Shinra employees like Scarlet, Bojo, and so on. So focusing on Heidegger early is cool. You can hold L1 to multi-use potions? Okay, thanks.
Big boy's going to an execution, all right. We're gonna put him out of his misery while the whole damn city watches.
Sorry.
We give it our all and we'll win.
Andrea's having internet issues. She's probably just gonna come downstairs to work. You don't see Shinra at all until there's a couple comments about this being too easy, and then President Shinra shows up on the bridge on the way out. So it's the same bridge with the big explosion in the first reactor. Or it looks like the same bridge, and then he shows up and calls Airbuster, and you do the fight, and then Cloud falls down into the church.
We're gonna get through this. We're gonna make it home. All of us. No exceptions.
Right. We don't want to disappoint Marlene. That
Deal
goes
with
for you
Shinra for
too,
pretty much the
Cloud.
whole game, yeah.
Right?
You better give her a big old smile this time.
Up until the diamond weapon fight, and then we basically transitioned to Genova exclusively. Let me in that room.
What? Open it already.
It's locked down.
Is there any way we can get it open?
Yeah, from that room over there.
Why does everything have to be so damn complicated?
You know, the faulty equipment storeroom's that way too.
Do you think we'll find the components we diverted there?
It's like a treasure vault.
I heard that's a transcoding issue, Scholar. Have you tried changing the quality option at which you're watching?
So how do we do this?
It's simple, really. We move the levers at the same time.
Got these ones.
I'll take left, which just leaves right, soldier boy.
Classic. Locks me disable the simultaneously operating levers based on security panels. Paired in clouds are operated using left stick and right stick. Okay. It's an interesting way to do it. I always just remember their animation for this in the original FF7 where their hands float up really smoothly and then come down to give you time to try to time it.
Emergency lockdown is currently in effect.
So we need to synchronize our movements?
In that case, follow my lead.
Nah, Tifa's.
Fine, have it your way.
Okay, pay attention, you two. 3, 2, 1.
Emergency lockdown disengaged.
Cute.
Hell yeah!
We really did it! Right timing, right on the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disc 2, everything culminates in Midgar. You finish dealing with all of the Shinra employees. You fight off Diamond Weapon, and then it leaves Disc 3 as the final confrontation with Genova. It's actually a pretty classic story structure.
This would be the treasure vault?
That's right.
What's the catch?
Need to bypass a high-level security lock.
Different from the other one?
Same deal. But we gotta do it several times.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Yeah, let's try.
Alright.
Delta level security lockdown is currently in effect.
Okay, guys.
Also,
You know what we
straight
have
from
to
the
do.
original game, but they've adapted it a little bit differently.
Tifa leads.
Oh, fine. After you, girl.
The
Gotta
most
get
secure
past level 1
password.
first, right? 3, 2, 1.
I do like having to do the two different directions, it's cute.
That was great, you guys. Let's keep it up.
Never break in here with 3 people.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Beta level security disengaged.
Wow! Think we've got this?
Hell yeah! Bring it on! Ain't nothing I love more than sticking it to Shinra.
Good thing Barrett doesn't
Halfway
need to
there.
use 2 here.
Steady, guys. 3, 2, 1.
Gamma level security disengaged.
No way! You guys are naturals.
They're really celebrating this.
Okay, final round. Don't lose focus. 3, 2, 1.
I'm really happy that they kept
Delta
this
level
and
security
tried to adapt it.
disengaged. Disposal room now accessible.
Booyah! Bet all the Shinra suits watching enjoyed that.
You guys were great. I swear, your timing was perfect. It's almost like you could read my mind. Soldiers can't do that, can they?
Side effects bot dies whenever I disconnect. I'll try to reconnect it here.
Thank God.
Come on, you two. Let's see what we got.
Not even a password lockout. You just keep trying indefinitely, it's fine. In lockstep, achievement unlocked. Oh, magic up, which is different from MP up. Okay. I don't think any of them are particularly well suited to spellcasting in my recollection. Who has the most MP right now? Cloud? Because he has an MP up materia. Okay. Think about it later. They heard about people having 3 people with 3 keys and just botched the execution. It was a pretty silly little mini game from the original. I'm actually interested to see how many of the silly original game mini games stick around in some form. The original FF7 has an insane number of mini games, if you really think about it. Even outside of just the gold saucer, like they were really just doing a tech demo for everything that they could possibly do with the PS1. Even little silly things like sneaking behind the statues in the Shinra HQ. Interesting take on Bombing Mission. Bombing Mission is in like my all-time like top 5 video game songs.
Ding 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 ding.
What, I got the purple materia. What else is in there? Yeah, I got the materia. I thought that's what they were discussing.
Score. It's just like Cloud said.
They say a job well done is on reward. I say take everything that ain't nailed down.
Thanks for not letting me miss it. These things are the Final Fantasy VII Remake's version of ladders for me. There was that door in the Kingdom Hearts side quest mission that had a secret little panel to the right of it. Yeah, and the game doesn't highlight them until you're like already facing, which is kind of beside the point.
All right, time to go.
It's a cool view there. Here we go. Here's the Airbuster bridge. It seemed a little small for the original fight.
Huh? Huh? Look!
Okay, I think I like him showing up in a hologram more than him showing up physically and flying away.
The eyes of one who has bathed in Mako, which would make you a soldier.
Ex-soldier.
Once a soldier, always a soldier. Though not, alas.
Recognize his voice.
Accelerated cellular degradation being the most common cause of death by far. This is classified, of course,
But every soldier knows the truth.
That's right.
That's cool.
Think you forgetting someone?
Would that I could. You strike me as the type to go on without head.
Ain't enough hours in the day to hold you to account for all your crimes.
And what a wasteful indulgence it would be, even if there were.
Okay then. Let's talk about
Wasteful indulgences.
Yeah.
What is Mako?
It's a nice way
The
of
life stream.
changing it
The
here.
lifeblood of the planet. Our planet.
But Shinra keeps on slurping it up like a thirsty dog. What do you think's gonna happen if you don't stop, huh?
We do indeed keep on slurping it up, as you say, but for whose benefit, I wonder. The true nature of Mako is known to one and all, yet the people willfully turn a blind eye to the cost. As you must surely be aware.
Don't you dare try to put this on us! If anyone's going along with your plans, it's cause you brainwashed them!
Such methods are beneath me.
He's Skullface from MGS5, that's why. Okay, thank you.
My faithful stewardess. Henceforth allies of wicked Wutai, our sword.
Wutai.
Thank you for stoking our people's patriotic fervor.
Wutai! The hell we are!
You still don't understand your role in this.
What are they doing?
Don't you see? You fools were never in control. Never anything but pawns in our plans to sound great and glorious war to the people. And your instruments of insurrection will detonate. When we so choose.
God damn it!
Now let us raise the curtain on our main event.
Airbuster. Like I'm dropping him down like that again. It's cool.
Extremist group Avalanche. Terrorists conspired with Wutai against Midgar. Your guilt is undeniable.
Connecting us into Wutai, I like that. It's good to set up Wutai a lot sooner. I'm on board with almost everything that's planting stuff sooner.
I'm sick of all of this.
It's just like the blood.
No, that's new. Them trying to blame us for Wutai. Like, Wutai definitely has a bad relationship with Shinra, but you don't really learn about it until you get there with Yuffie way later in the game. Haha, nice.
I'm fine. You guys good to go?
It's a pretty sweet mix of this. Those who fight further. This song definitely needed a blast beat.
Keep it together.
All right, watch it burn.
Yeah, weakness because they're in the back. That's cool. It's a cool way to keep the pincer attack. Heidegger's flying around taunting us.
This is gonna sting! Time to fry!
Ow, ow, ow.
Suck on this!
Is it time to use one ether? Am I reducing myself to this?
Taking over. Here it comes on you.
Oh, I need to cast Assess. I'll get here soon.
Now's our chance. Get the girl.
Oh, seriously? Forward, physical damage. We gotta just cast this now.
We can do better.
Let's do this.
Commencing phase 2.
Success, please.
You've seen but a fraction of this machine's true capabilities.
Allow me.
Large mobile weapons platform currently developed by the Advanced Weaponry Division. Chanting. So, I don't think Final Fantasy VII is responsible for epic chanting, but it's definitely the first time I remember it happening in a work like this. Tank Buster! Got it. Get out of the way next time, faster.
That was too close.
We need to come up with a plan.
Ouch. I think there's a setup where they get out of there. That's cool. I do like that. Big fan. Let's see. Let's try Chocomog.
This right here is the power of the plan.
I'm a big fan. Moogle Blast, Choco Kick. Wide blast range, powerful kick, significantly increases stamina.
I hate when they do that.
Shit.
Let's take care of them first.
They're ads right now? There
Don't
are.
overdo it.
Lifesaver. Take damage intended for other party members. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Gotta be careful.
Nice. There's the other arm over here somewhere.
For you three, I was looking forward to a battle against worthy
Hopefully the arms didn't count as separate assessed targets, right?
Calling lightning. Now we can finally take it down.
Hey! Stampede. The weird teddy bear Moogle is an interesting choice. So I guess what are they gonna do though, right? Kind of like a weird Final Fantasy 15 carbuncle. Nothing could have turned me off of that game more than the demo for FF15. Full potential of Red Mustard. Hey, that's the...
Damn, all those drones. Time to do your thing, big man.
Watch and learn. Just make sure you got my back, all right?
I've got you covered.
This ain't nothing.
Why don't you cast Cure on people? Yourself?
You got this.
Let me handle this.
About damn time.
So just the Airbuster that I can target from back here, right? I do like the spectacle aspect, that's pretty cool.
It's on you.
I'm not finished.
That's extremely bad.
Watch yourself.
Hang back. Still up for it?
All set.
I got this.
You need.
Big shot. Let's go.
Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah. Light him up.
I see the crap on the ground now. It's cool.
Stay strong.
Thank you.
Now. Right. Keep it all picked up.
Bring it home.
Hey, it came in close. That's nice of them.
You will burn like the reactors you sold me.
Let's see.
Calling lightning.
Arguably, it's in Dancing Mad. Agree.
Deal with that.
Let me handle this.
All right. Watch and learn.
It's a cool fight, though. I'm enjoying the mechanics.
You got this.
My turn. No holding back. Try this.
I do like that you only get one summon per battle. It's kind of cool. So you can have multiple slotted in case the element matters, but you're not just nuking the boss to death. Let's do Blazar, even though he's not weak to it. Cloud.
I got this. Good luck.
Cross slash. Oh, that's a bummer. I didn't think I could miss. Lame.
Keep it together.
Let me handle this.
All good.
You brought this torment upon yourself.
Oh, come on.
My dearest Avalanche, my apologies, but it is time that we part ways.
Cool music transition.
Invaluable in raising morale of our Shinra rank and fire.
We almost got this. Come on, guys.
Bring it on. It's on you.
Taking over. Don't overdo it.
Okay, let's go.
Suck on this. This is gonna stay.
It's interesting, like the trend became extremely popular in movies after Final Fantasy 6 and 7, and I don't know if Uematsu really affected the trend in movies, but you know, people that make movies play video games. Maybe. You keep aim tank buster, interesting. That's cool.
Let's go. Come on.
Oh jeez. Ow, that's not
Don't
good.
think you'll walk away from this.
I've got you. Need a breather.
Mind over matter.
You okay?
No, you can handle this.
Right through it.
You need me.
I'll take over.
Somersaults.
Giving it my all. Pour it on.
Nice. Titanium Bangle. I think the Airbuster drops a Titanium Bangle in the original game, too. That was a pretty sweet boss fight. It's a pretty good sell for the FF7 remake right there.
Take Tifa and get out of here.
I was wrong about you.
This ain't the end of the line for you or me.
Cloud!
I think there's enough phase changes to make the bosses interesting. Like, I always struggle with bosses being, oh yeah, I can explain how he survives this fall. Okay, that's fine. I always complain about bosses being hit point sponges, and the way you solve the hit point sponge problem is to change their behaviors at certain hit point thresholds so that you're at least experiencing something new and not just having to repeat the same pattern for a long time. So there are like 4 phases to that fight. It's pretty cool. Oh, this scene is, well, less the Dementors. Something Mako Soldier. If my expectation is correct and Comcast is failing once an hour, we're coming close on another failure here in another 15-20 minutes. Oh, it's Zach!
Yeah. Made it through with just a couple of scraped knees back then.
Oh, maybe not.
What do you say?
Oh, if you see him as Cloud.
Never mind about that. Right now, you need to focus on yourself. Move something. Anything.
Yeah. He's thinking of it as himself, but it's Zach.
Good. Easy does it. Slow. And steady.
Zach's actually planted fairly early with Aerith, but his importance isn't. So that's cool, I like that.
Hey, who are you? Who are you?
I am your everything.
Hello in there.
Oh, Cloud. There's still so much to be done.
Budding bodyguard.
Maybe you're not okay. Ah, he lives. Finally awake, are we?
He's like, oh my god, get away from me.
You're...
Aerith. It's Aerith. And you are?
Cloud.
Nice to meet you again.
Again, huh?
You don't remember?
You don't remember? What about the flowers?
Oh, the flower girl. And this is...
An old church in the Sector 5 slums. You came crashing through the roof without so much as a lookout below. Fell right into my flower bed. Lucky for you.
Dang, the sun lamps are still on.
Like, really?
Sorry, I didn't mean to...
Don't worry about it. There are lots
The
of
Dementors events.
This place, it has a kind of power. Before I forget, you dropped this when you landed.
Thanks.
I've got one too.
Doesn't do anything though.
And everybody and their mother.
Not like mine, no. It's special.
The white material.
Mine's not good for anything at all.
Did they just decide not to model it into her bow or something?
Bet you just don't know how to use it.
Could be.
I guess that doesn't mean anything to you if you haven't played Final Fantasy VII
Just
before.
having it is enough. It was a gift from my mother. Pretty crazy, huh? Us meeting again like this. You should stay a while.
I was actually super worried they were going to include a lot of things that are like that they created this media for people who have played Final Fantasy VII, right?
Gotta start over. Just me, myself, and I.
I guess the bouncing materia though is like would be meaningless to you unless if you have played the original. I wonder why he's getting premonitions of the future though. That is a little weird. I don't know if that's consistent with like what Genova or the Lifestream are capable of doing. Aerith has some future premonitions. Oh, she has some like force disturbance in the force premonition things.
I could stick around a bit.
Really? You will? In that case. Huh?
I'll see myself in. Thanks.
Oh no.
And who are you?
I like when he's just standing in the background in the original. You can go talk to
Pretty
him.
cool, huh?
Huh? A soldier?
Ex-soldier.
He jumped into Reno real
What
fast.
do you know? You've got the eyes at least.
You don't mind, do you? Bodyguard work's not too different from merc stuff, right? I guessed. From the sword. Just do this for me, okay?
Fine, but it'll cost you. A lot.
A lot, huh? One date ought to do it.
Huh. Well, you're weird enough to be one. What class?
First.
If you're gonna bullshit me, at least try to make it believable.
He is bullshitting.
Hey, watch the flowers!
You heard the lady.
I'll make this quick.
You better.
Bye, Sean.
I do like him like bouncing the baton on his shoulder. That's kind of cool.
This is the first I've heard of it.
Cause it was a classified princess.
I don't think that
I got
counts
your
then.
number.
Gonna do the pushing down the barrels sequence. It's pretty cool if so. So I'm not sure how I feel about the new version of the Turks theme. So far I've been really into the soundtrack. And I feel like that scene was really fast. This plays out reasonably fast in the original.
Hey, little help in here, guys?
Allow me. That's that.
You gotta do better.
Let's make sure these guys are all still assessed.
Whatever. Good old what's his face. I hate doing cleanup, but I'm damn good at it.
So from the Advent Children movie, which I haven't seen in a really long time, I always got the sense that some of the folks involved in Final Fantasy VII were way more into Reno than at least seemed to be in the base game. You don't get a lot of him in the base game. Magic and lightning have only a slight effect on his stagger gauge. Okay. I believe the Turks are Mako infused. Basically everyone who works for them.
No holding back.
That's cool. You basically have to use the counterattack on him. I dig that. Nice. Magic in general is not great against him.
That'll do.
I like the little cancel symbol on his hit points there.
Lucky for you, tough guy. Consummate professional. Figured this dance of ours could use a spark. See ya.
I think I get it. How those work, maybe?
See ya. Best do it right.
Yeah, now I'm worried that the arms on Airbuster counted. Oh well.
Doing all right there, Mr. Bodyguard?
Not looking good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to end up in the flowers. He kicked me into them.
Feeling good.
Or there's an achievement or whatever for not touching the flowers during this fight.
Try this. Let's do this. No way! I'm coming for you!
Oh man, stagger's frustrating.
Not so tough now, are you? Come on. Soldier boy. Going all out. You're out of luck.
At least that still works.
You've got it all wrong, man. I just wanted to...
Cloud! No!
I like the stagger effect when you have 3 party members. It's a good excuse to switch between characters.
Sir!
I like the duels in this game. It looks like they knock you out of it pretty fast when it's one-on-one.
Girl. Sir!
I endorse early Reno fight. The Dementors, they're helping us out. Are you guys is like the spirits of the Cetra or some shit?
Weird. They're not attacking.
Hey, open up!
Come on.
Over here! Nowhere to go but up.
Is 100% of the damage in this game avoidable? Oh, how dare you, game.
Are they trying to stop us?
I want that item. Almost 100%. I'm not able to get that materia at all right now, right? Treasure you can't get at the background should be illegal.
Through the attic. Maybe we can get out that way.
Right. Through that hole.
Hey, thanks. Helpful Dementor.
They saved me.
Come on.
You run into plenty of first and well, you run into the third class guys that drop the hard edge in Shinra HQ. But you don't run into any named characters other than Zack and Sephiroth that are members of Soldier, in my recollection. They're just random battles. At least they don't set up that it's such a big deal that Cloud is first class. So although I thought the Roche bike sequence was a little long, I did like that it set that up a little bit better.
I'll go first.
Don't think so, no.
Come on.
Nothing! Up there!
Hey, no shooting!
Oh, man.
Hey, you okay?
Probably.
To do the barrels.
Maybe not.
If there's so much as a scratch on her, you're done.
Sir!
We bring her in one piece.
That's cool, Scholar.
What now?
Run!
Move it, I'll shoot!
Oh no, you won't.
But sir!
He's not even a random third class. He's one of these mooks.
Could drop that.
Interesting.
Okay.
What's the holdup?
This is cool.
I can't get to her.
Instead of the barrels. Oh, I see. Some kind of magic trick? Well, a lot of that comes from Crisis Core within Genesis.
Run!
Base game named soldier first class, I think, was pretty much just Zack and Sephiroth, and not Cloud because he's full of shit, right?
Over there!
Oh, it's letting me go, kind of. Oh, that one's blocked. Interesting. I'm coming. I don't know if I'm pressing the direction he's facing or the direction I want to go here. Precedence, yeah. I have no idea what. I think it's you're pressing the button independent of the way he's currently facing. The camera doesn't matter, but the rest of the game doesn't control that way, which is weird. Hold on, I'm looking for loot. Yeah, right before the Hojo fight. It's the area right before, what's the big red robot that most people don't remember because you probably one-shot them by that point? Towards the end of disc 2. Just in
They're
the
in
cabinet.
the attic. Should we pursue?
Leave him be.
But sir,
Partner's got it. We are out.
Never really noticed that Reno is wearing a suit jacket with a bare chest underneath.
More of those things.
It's
Hold
like
on.
they're guiding us.
Reno FF7 original. I remember what his sprite looked like. Okay, he didn't have a completely bare chest, he just had a... It's like a V-neck. Proud Claude, that's the one thing. So he's
So cool.
on the tip of my tongue. I'm trying to not use the Nomura word. But I have a feeling that Tetsuya Nomura likes Reno a lot. Hey, who all did Advent Children? I have no idea. I saw it once when it came out and never again, so all I remember was the weird Sephiroth clones and the Victory Fanfare ringtone. The no word, there you go.
They gone?
Yeah, think so.
What are they?
I think, actually, I don't know. Let's just go.
It's cool. Whoa. I think you actually can kind of see up towards the
Up for crossing the
plate in this pre-rendered
that pillar
background in the
over there?
original.
There's a station right by it. Shall we mosey on over?
Mosey. Let's. Let's mosey is a line that has always stuck with me. Like, what? This is the second time they brought in Mosey.
So, what's next for you?
They
A little
gotta
bit of bodyguard work.
expand it as much as possible.
After that, it's back to the Sector 7 slums.
You know how to get there?
Yep.
Of course you do.
I like this expansion out here. This is cool. This scene was practically a walking simulator in the original FF7. Strictly flavor, right? Okay, looks like I can't check my...
He was one of Shinra's Turks. What's a Turk want with you?
Dunno. Hey, don't Turks keep an eye out for potential soldiers and stuff?
They do more than just scout for candidates. Turks get called in to handle all kinds of situations with extreme prejudice.
Professional bad guys. Gotta love them.
Back to my question. So what's he to you? Looked like you knew each other.
Maybe he thought I could be the greatest soldier yet.
Necklace plunged considerably.
You mad?
Careful. Not a lot of room.
Gotcha. Thanks.
I think they're doing Aerith really fast, given that they've allowed themselves extra time for stuff like side questing. I was really hoping they were going to slow down Aerith a bit from the original game, because she's also pretty fast in the base game.
I actually haven't traveled by rooftop before.
Be surprised if you had.
It's honestly kind of exciting.
Well, first time and all.
Yeah, I completely hear that, Scholar. I've been trying to put on my never played FF7 before goggles, which I guess we'll see when my wife Andrea plays it. But so far, everything Aerith related has feel like it's appealing to people that played the original. It's like the Cataclysm quests in World of Warcraft. They're like designed for people that played the vanilla quests, which is great if you did. But if you're starting WoW with Cataclysm, you're gonna be like, what?
Wait! Give me a moment.
Sorry.
Don't just run off on your own.
Those the words of a soldier candidate?
Manic Pixie Dream Girl. Yeah. We'll see. So far, Aerith has felt like a companion. Right? It's like it's winking at the audience.
Buildings?
Nope. No one to get mad if we make noise.
Excuse me.
Looks kinda rusty.
I'll go first. It's pretty old. Be careful.
Okay.
Easy now.
You worry too much. I'm not some princess who needs to be coddled. Shit.
Aerith said shit. High five, my friend.
That was unexpected.
Yeah, that was cute.
Thank you,
I like
Cloud.
that.
Ah, there it is. The wall. You know, I thought about leaving once, but in the end, I couldn't.
Too dangerous?
Too much. Whole world bursting with life. Maybe more than I can handle, I think sometimes. Even now. People hate the steel sky, the slums, but I don't. How could I? All that passion,
I think
all those dreams.
having Aerith cursing ruining her propagable is a little insidious, you know what I mean? But yeah, she feels more like a person.
This time I'll go first. After all, I can't count on you to wait.
Sure about this?
See for yourself. Maybe I'll go on ahead and leave you all by your lonesome. Just,
Maybe you shouldn't talk.
Then you talk. Tell me a story.
Not for free.
Cheapskate, you're... Gotcha.
You're killing me here.
Here goes nothing.
I do like the added sequences in this instead of just like walking through the pre-rendered background, pressing the jump button occasionally with that jump noise from the original FF7.
You good?
Of course.
Birds.
My hero.
Never a dull moment with you.
That a compliment?
Not really.
Thanks anyway.
Pointing at the sky and
We're
winking.
getting closer to the station.
I like that I can still access their equipment. Thanks, game. Oh, this is a cool variation of this theme. It's underneath the rotting pizza. Third stick. Needs more material, yes please. After I get that, I can just set everything else to automatic. Yeah, my hope was that there would be very little in this that's aimed at people that have played FF7 before. I think the little flash with the bouncing materia is mild and fast enough that it's probably not a problem. Actually, let's do Prioritized Defense. Let's give you... what her special abilities are. Prayer Materia. The party's HP. Bannon style. Ice Refocus. Use the refocus limit break once per battle. Interesting. Well, it's max, so I can't have that. Let's do... some of the stuff I was working on before would be nice. Lightning. Healing. Revival. I guess I gotta keep working on luck since it's kind of close. Yeah, I think I'm generally fine with this sequence. I like the walking around on the slum rooftops. There's some cool changes there. I wish they would have used some of their extra time to slow down the first meeting with Aerith, or even add an additional scene with her. Guess you get a little bit more when the Dementors show up.
We'll probably run into a few monsters on the way. Huh. There's a face that screams, "So what?"
I fought scarier things in my sleep.
He's already showing off to him. The douche. Alright, let me see if it lets me go back to the church. Get that material left behind. Ooh, I gotta go find that bandit NPC that you can use W item on to get max stats.
Look out, Cloud!
Hey, a bound fat. You drop the most important consumable item in the game. Necessary to defeat Ruby Weapon trivially, because I think they screwed up and accidentally made Ruby Weapon vulnerable to paralysis effects. Knocking them off balance because of a rampage. They don't drop dasers. Unplayable garbage.
Someone looks like they're in their element.
Ruby Weapon's vulnerability to dasers was one of those things that wasn't really like uncovered on 1997-98 era game FAQs. Sort of like how no one really knew how Airtam Storm worked back in the day. I remember a friend of mine was stuck on the boss. I was over at his house and he was just throwing all his consumable items at him and threw the dasers and Ruby Weapon just stopped and you're like, what? The Brady Games guide told you to use, it said don't use Knights of the Round because you'll counterattack and kill 2 party members, or like chain multicast Bahamut Neo or whatever the hell.
I've got this.
Don't you mean we've got this?
Take the lead.
Steel Tempest. Hold down square to deliver a continuous stream of magic attacks. These combo attacks and target multiple enemies over a wide area.
So it's my turn?
Oh, they just charge her ATB gauge? Is that like Cloud's limit spell?
You don't know the slums that well, do you?
Compared to you? No. Training grounds, barracks, battlefields. That's the world I know.
You sound proud of that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ludifex. They're kind of going for Manic Pixie Dream Girl, which I think kind of works for Aerith. They need to play her as having a very different attitude to Tifa, I think, which the localization of the original FF7 struggles with in places. Some of the characters don't feel like they have unique voices from each other because they weren't really localizing, like, you know, variances in formality and tone from the original Japanese, like game devs are much better about doing these days.
Station's there.
I can see that.
Oh? Thought the world you knew didn't include stations.
Ha ha.
I can't believe this is happening.
If you would all just please calm down.
Hey, what the hell's going on?
Come on. There's no need to shout.
Popular place.
Yeah, well, it's got a good view of the reactor.
It's on fire!
Ain't a show.
They know that. Don't worry.
One of my biggest concerns about the FF7 remake is them letting you bring back Aerith for the final discs.
Did any debris hit the church? Not debris, no.
That's something at least, but you may not be so lucky next time.
Hey, you know a way to get topside other than the train?
Sorry.
She's friendly with everybody.
Figured as much. Goddamn pain in the ass.
How was the inspection? And they're not gonna send us more.
Oceans and music. What a vending machine. Catchy's theme. It's an interesting album art. Yeah, there you go, Kami. Alright, I've got a titanium bangle now from Airbuster. Mithril Mesmeric. Better defense, worse magic defense. Japanese way of spelling his name is Ketoshi. Oh, good. So it's less confusing than trying to write it the way it's written in Gaelic.
Gosh, the smell. Now it really feels like
Would you like a bowl of marsh stew? The perfect blend of sweet
Marsh stew. Slum meatballs.
Deck is all clear!
Rope's good! Go!
I definitely said Kate Sith when I was a kid. Hey, my man.
Let's go!
Another Turk.
A real man on a mission.
On the hunt, more like.
For me? Or you?
Don't know. Don't care.
Then, let's stick to the back streets? Ah. There will be monsters.
Better than Shinra.
The sweet and spicy levels, up to you!
People say it's like an explosion.
Sorry, folks.
Made with homegrown spices. Would you like a bowl of marsh?
Weren't things easier when your party members just were absorbed into your body?
There's a Shinra dump site up ahead. Not the kind of place anyone would ever choose to hang around in.
But a great place to lay low.
AAA loading site. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
You've got the run of it. Don't overdo it.
I'll take care of them.
Oh, that's cool. They've got custom battle music featuring underneath the rotting pizza. Hold down triangle to focus your magical energies and release it to unleash Tempest. Potency of Tempest depends on how much magical energy Aerith is stored up. Okay.
Get ready. So long. That's that. Get ready.
I got this.
Dust clouds. Soul Drain absorbs MP. Absorbs additional MP from staggered enemies. That's cool. Ray costs 2 ATB. Free healing.
Where they'll come from.
Monsters instinctively target weaker prey.
You'd better watch out then, Cloud.
I don't know, I like that.
Leave this to me.
I don't think so.
My wife has always hated Eris. She hates her character design and doesn't like her in Kingdom Hearts, that sort of thing. But they've kind of written her like my wife. So. Shows her affection for you by like teasing you like a third grader. She just negs.
That way is a dead end.
That means we have to go this way.
But quit halfway.
She wasn't written that way in Kingdom Hearts or in base game. Just a trimming. I love all the junk they've put down here. Like the pre-rendered backgrounds did a pretty good job of showing how awful the slums are. This is a cool adaptation of it. Oh, good. I'm glad you're calling me my attention to these fucking things. Door levers. Has like the opposite of conveyance paint on it. Stuff back there, I can see there's a map indicator for it.
That didn't work. Maybe it's broken? Pretty sure this path we're on loops around too, so...
Time to use the forklift.
Wonder if we can move this. Ah, I knew it.
They're doing a good job of setting up Midgar as this like hellscape below the plate. I'm actually curious if we're going to see more of life on the plates, because you almost never do. Because there was that opening cutscene they added where you saw like cars driving around. She's like Andrea, Scholar. It's a certain kind of relationship type, I think. It doesn't work for certain people. I just picture Hapax like seething at his desk.
It's over.
Must have been a new breed.
How do you figure?
Because they went for the stronger prey.
Yeah, he blessed you, Scholar, with a ha-ha at the end. It's like a mafia boss being like, "Gosh, you know, it'd be a shame if someone were to break this window." Winky face. Lay off, Eris. It would be a real shame if someone were to talk shit about Eris. Good authority there. It doesn't look uncharted. Yeah, notice how she didn't do the monkey bars? Collagenous bracelet. Oh, it's a bangle. Okay. Ooh, 3. Efficient material usage. Do like that this makes it super easy for me to tell which of these has already been leveled up. I just want to make sure I have as much access to high-level healing as early as possible. I'm tempted to actually give her 2 cure spells, not because she's coded as a white mage, but because I want to have those all have Curaga as quickly as possible. Just gonna put 2 on Cloud. Who likes monkey bars?
There, check it out. The heart of the slums.
I think Scholar's coming at it, Ratchet, from the perspective of, I like her character and I like what they've done with her character, but I'm concerned that someone who's never played Final Fantasy VII before will get the wrong perspective of her.
We did take a detour. Getting tired?
Nah.
Me, I'm feeling a bit hungry. How about you?
Amazed.
You're in for a treat when we make it back.
Don't have time for that.
You'll want to make time for my mom's cooking. And that's the final word on it. We'll get home quick and eat ourselves stupid.
Cool. I think it's fine. It'll be interesting. I'm gonna have Andrea play this. She's been wanting to play it, and now I've got more of reason to see how she thinks about New Aerith. It's going to be difficult for her to choose because she doesn't like how edgy Cloud is, and she also doesn't like Aerith as she's presented in Kingdom Hearts. So it's going to be like the meme with the person trying to press the button and not knowing which button to press. Do I like Aerith because she's giving Cloud shit for being edgy? Yeah, I like them making him a dork in this.
That's over.
I think that they have an interest in making the Zack reveal and the whole Cloud is just a nobody thing, like earning that. It's a cool reveal, but it kind of feels like it just comes out of nowhere in the original game. It's I guess it's set up in the sense that Cloud has his weird like PTSD flashbacks all the time, and you're like, what the hell's going on with that? Is totally gonna be a mini boss here later? What is the deal with this giant mini boss arena where there was no mini boss? I wouldn't get too worked up about it. I love the original FF7, but I think it, and I'm pretty sure I discussed this during the bombing mission, like it falls into the trap that a lot of these JRPGs fall into of, and maybe it's a localization issue, maybe it's better handled in the Japanese version of the game, but they fall into the trap of like thinking that mystery by itself is cool. Like having a weird random flashback or character that shows up who's mysterious. Like, just the fact that someone random shows up is cool, and it's like, no. I want to be able to be allowed to theorize about it a little bit, right? Come up with my own explanation. It's like, you'll get this when you play New Game Plus, or you play it a second time. That's a cool little mech there. Nice. Recently with Square Enix? Yeah. So when I was a kid, I used to, I didn't own very many games. Usually just rented them. So the games I did own, I played over and over and over. So that style of storytelling didn't really have a negative impact on me because I was like, oh, I'm sure this game will be way more fun the second time around and I know what's going on. Yeah, right, Nodovan. But I bring all that up about the original FF7 to say that at least so far, I think this game is doing a better job of that. Ooh, the Smugger! I remember this guy. I kind of made him look like he's a little bit of... That's awesome. Some of the garbage that's just lying around. That's pretty dope. Continue to be shocked at how many unique enemies there are in this.
Buzz off. You're mine. Let's go.
So, I think I technically could have completed these battle intel goals way earlier before I left the slums. Like, should I have had other goals that were unlocked after that and now I'm going to be way behind, or have I not permanently missed anything on that track yet? Didn't even attack me. Poor cute little robot. I think I can go this way, right? It's just basically a shortcut.
That door that was stuck. Maybe it opens from this side?
Does not open from this side. The gate won't open. Cleared. You gonna let me go back and get that goddamn gold materia now, Aerith?
I've got this.
Don't you mean we've got this?
That's that. That'll do. You're dead.
Go on! See you around.
Japanese government meant to reduce unemployment and 3D modelers, riggers, and animators. It's not gonna let me go back to the church, right? Can someone just confirm that? I'm not supposed to get that gold material until way later.
I've got this.
Don't you mean we've got this?
That is the first repetitive work in the game that I've noticed. Like, I've heard them use the same line a couple times before, like with Barrett and Tifa. But there are usually a few variations in between repeats. Alright, I think I'm done down here, right? Maybe not.
No good? That sucks.
I see. You know, my sister-in-law Lisa and her husband Matt crack up about this song because the original version of the track in the base game just like very suddenly loops. Like at the end of this long climactic buildup.
Ah, try moving that container to make a path.
I kept it. I appreciate that. Build, 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 ba-ba-da-bum, ba-dum. Did I not push it all the way back, son of a bitch? I thought it stopped me from pushing it further. I think they had interpreted it as like a looping error, like they just decided to loop it at the worst part in the song. I'm like, I think that's on purpose. Oh, I had to press it twice for each push. Make sure it doesn't request me to do it again.
That should do the trick.
Thanks, Aerith. Imagine this game without the little on-the-ground conveyance markers, right? Oh, this was progress the whole time, wasn't it? Is that switch supposed to not work?
Nice work. Way to think ahead. Guess we're
Did I get a
free.
custom dialogue line for not trying the one in the front?
I'd rather get paid.
Hmm? You're getting paid right now. Huh?
Oh. Oh. Ultimate date. It's interesting that they removed a lot of the dialogue decisions from this game. I actually don't know if there have been any. I'm trying to remember now. Stuff that would influence like which date you get a gold saucer.
Don't forget about the
We gotta
terrorists.
try to date Barrett.
Could come at us any time. Keep an eye out.
I feel like there were a lot of decisions with Eris.
That's the station.
I know.
Somewhere else you'd rather be?
This place takes getting used to.
Just want to go to bed. Oh, hey there, Eris.
Everybody knows her.
5 slugs are right there. God, I'm so nervous.
We gonna get this guy our sick?
What are they watching?
Hey!
Flower, Tifa's drink. Okay. Guess they just wanted to streamline this part.
Gramps has been feeling a lot better ever since he heard about what happened.
Come on, Cloud. This way. Get a move on, Cloud.
Gosh.
What could they
I'm standing
possibly be
inside the
trying to
gutted shell of
accomplish?
Mako Reactor 5.
They're working for Wutai,
As you
isn't
can
it
see,
obvious?
There's still a lot of smoke
Cowards,
rising
using
from the rubble.
spies so they don't have to break
While
the
fallen beams
ceasefire.
and other debris continue to hinder rescue
Those foreign
efforts,
devils
the
are
fires
trying to
appear
start
to have
another
been
war.
mostly extinguished.
So if we help catch the bombers, we get a
over
reward
there.
or something?
That's the director of
Hey,
Shipment
it's
Defense
Scarlet.
Division, isn't it?
Enough of that doom and
Excuse me,
gloom.
ma'am, but would you mind answering a few
down here,
questions?
They're targeting reactors.
Can you
No
give us any
reason for them
updates
to
on the
attack
status
us
of the
first.
reactor? What
So,
kind of
when are the
damage did it
trains gonna
suffer in the
start up
explosion?
again?
Are we in any danger?
Mako Reactor 5 has been temporarily shut down, and all fires have been successfully extinguished.
She sounds like Jessie
And the
from
people of our fair city need
Pokemon.
not worry about any additional complications. We're in the process of conducting a full forensic investigation, but we suspect the device used was similar to that employed in the attack on Mako Reactor 1. The perpetrators of that atrocity were filmed making their escape. These agents of the eco-terrorist group Avalanche are currently believed to be in hiding somewhere in Midgard.
You mean me?
And given that this group has now attacked 2 reactors in quick succession, can they really be stopped before they strike again?
What do you think?
Well,
Have no fear. Shinra will keep Midgar safe.
Remember that
okay, time's up.
knocking over the camera guy was in the original, right? That seems really familiar to me.
There could be a war any day now.
Wonder what they'll bomb next.
Definitely decided to do, let's do Scarlet, but turn her up to 11.
My house is this way.
I know
Maybe
that.
war is inevitable.
Want to attack to the guy who are sick.
Hey, looking for a new weapon?
Sure. You guys aren't open yet, are you? I'm not supposed to explore this place yet. Okay.
Oh, what timing? Mind lending me a hand?
Place is really hopping, huh?
Nice side effect of the train situation. So, what do you say?
I'd love to, but
Spices are so important.
I help out every now and then. It's
That
fun.
would give the local cuisine the flavor you can't find
Eris!
anywhere else.
That's so true.
Well,
No one
well.
else can get there
What
from
are you
easy
doing all the
spots
way
like
up there?
Was trying to get a look at the reactor.
Triple question mark.
Who's this guy?
This is Cloud. He's a mercenary. And currently my bodyguard. That's Oates.
Like another bodyguard, huh?
See you.
You friends with Chadley Oates?
2 peas in a pod.
It makes me want to see them do this with Final Fantasy VIII.
So, what are you guys up to?
We all went to see the reactor.
Oh, that's right. You're supposed to come by the house.
What for?
I don't know. You're just supposed to.
Well, guess we have a new destination. I should probably explain. The Leaf House is the local orphanage. That's where all these kids live.
Hey, Aerith, where'd you go?
The church again? Next time, we should all go together.
I like this. This is good.
Why, hello, Aerith. As popular as ever, I see.
Apparently, but they sure keep me on my toes.
So hold on, let me see if I can pause it here. So, okay. I think that this game, its adaptive choices are often very good, and its choices of where to flesh things out and continue things are quite good. Like, I like the way that they're fleshing out Barrett. But I think that it's like fighting a battle with itself, where it's like it has this new direction that it wants to take. Aerith, for example, or a new direction that it wants to take Barrett. And because it wants to like literally shot for shot adapt the original FF7, sometimes those clash with each other. So like this is what I was talking about when I was saying I'd like to have a slower ramp up to understanding Aerith. And we're getting it, but we're getting it after the place where you meet her in the original game on the PS1, where it's like a little bit too rapid fire and doesn't lend itself too well to being, you know, done shot for shot. So I think it's fine. I just have to keep that in mind whenever we're doing a scene that's directly from the original game, that there might be some stumbling, I guess, in going from, you know, let's adapt the old game to let's come up with this new vision.
Than being bedridden. Thanks again for all those herbs. You've helped a lot of people.
No problem. Anytime.
How'd you
He's
manage
got a
to
pipe.
find so many anyway?
Oh, I have my ways.
I can shove the children around.
He's my bodyguard, just until I get home.
And you're sure he's up to it?
Maybe.
I shove him around too. No, he's locked in
Since I'm
place.
so generous, I gather medicinal herbs for his patients sometimes.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying though, is like they want to keep Cloud falls into the flower garden and then leaves on the roofs, because that's what happened in the original. Even if it doesn't serve their new style of storytelling as well, you know what I mean? Like it would, I feel like more people would be mad if the way you met Aerith played out differently from the base game.
There you are. We're back, and we brought Aerith with us.
You know it, Robin.
Sorry to make you come out here.
Don't be. It's on my way home.
Well then, I hope you won't mind me asking for some flowers.
No problem. How many?
All you can carry. What with all the doom and gloom we've been hearing on the news recently, I thought some flowers might help cheer everyone up.
I'm sure they will, and I'd love to help.
Let's all wash up before our meal.
I'm surprised that that's kind of my hot take. Like, my hot take is basically that sometimes they adapt stuff directly from the original game that they should have cut. But so far, I don't think anything significant has been cut. There's been things that have seen a slight, like, tone change, or the layout's slightly different because the original really didn't have anything to work with. But nothing so far that's completely missing.
Hey, my house is this way.
Many flowers, yes.
So, Cloud, what's your favorite flower?
They're all the same to me.
Huh.
Dick thing to
You wanna say
say.
that to a florist?
Better than lying.
Okay.
Oh, he's that type. I'm just being honest.
I,
Do you want me to lie to
Give it
you?
away?
I did.
Ooh, to who? Tell me.
Don't recall.
Don't recall.
What?
Cloud's full of shit.
Thought you didn't like lying. Well, anyway.
You really should tell her about Tifa. No, the Leaf Orphanages do. I like it though.
My house is just up this path. Mom should be home by now, so I'll introduce you.
We get the sense that she's favored by the locals in the scene outside the Honeybee Inn, where she's like giving flowers to people at different costs. Whoa, that's pretty cool.
There you go. That's my house.
Way to have the fucking nicest house in the slums. God. So bougie.
My house is this way.
Thought you were supposed to be of the common people. I mean, that's what the pre-rendered background looks like in the original game.
Come on. I'm home.
Hey, baby. Been up
Up to no good?
Everyone should hate
Rude
Eris.
kid,
So, this is my mom, Elmira. And this is Cloud, my bodyguard.
Hi.
Take good care of her?
That's my job. Or was my job.
Yep, thanks. So, Cloud,
Meant your
you gonna head back to
house.
Sector 7?
Yeah.
Then I'll show you the way.
Then why'd you have me bring you here? What if the Turks show up again?
It'd suck, but I've dealt with them before.
It'd suck.
Honestly, I'm much
I
more
like New
worried
Aerith
about
a lot.
you. What if you get lost, huh?
She's kind of
You'd be too
a
embarrassed to admit it, and
Hold
so
on.
you just keep on going.
she's kind of a paper bag in the original FF7. Again, I don't know if that's like a localization problem and it's more obvious how she's supposed to be written in the Japanese or something. But I never really got why people liked Aerith. I was team Barrett, team go on the date with Barrett at Gold Saucer. But I liked what they're doing with her in this one. So it's either they're localizing it better or they've gone a different direction. Either's fine.
Quit acting like you know me.
Hey, Mom, I'm gonna go take Cloud over to Sector 7, okay?
Okay. But why not wait until tomorrow? If you head out now, it'll be dark when you get back. Better to rest up here and make the trip first thing in the morning, when you'll have daylight to spare.
That's true. She's got a point, Cloud.
Hold up.
Oh, yeah. I still need to deliver some flowers to
Team
the Leaf
Yuffie.
House. Since we have a little time before dinner.
Can't you go on the date with Red
You should
13?
come with.
That wasn't the deal.
You mean you want more? Even though you've got a priceless reward coming your way? Do you
Stop
know
the
what I
anime fingers.
promised him?
I'll do it.
I'll go grab the baskets. Be right back.
That Aerith. She's a handful, isn't she?
Yeah. Awkward.
It must be tough. No, never mind.
There's a lot of like side characters in FF7. Like FF7 was a little bit too early for you to really see the difference between character that we give a shit about and side character that we didn't spend time on the model. But you still kind of get it with some of the side characters like Elmira, so it's nice to see her get a new model. Like this is how you're supposed to imagine her, right? You don't get that really bad until like FF10, where the main cast literally have like 100 times as many polygons in their face as randos. You must not be important because you have a flat texture and a Monty Python mouth. You gonna let me go outside and explore the garden?
Aerith won't be long.
Oh, okay. Pan holder? No. So we gotta sneak out of the room.
That's weird. Could have sworn I put them here.
Just like riveted to the wall.
Huh.
They're foreshadowing the white materia with the pants. Like, what are you talking about? This is absurd. It's her own lake. Yeah. I grew up super poor, so I had no
You take this one.
intuition for what is expensive for a really long time as a kid.
Take it.
I'd watch movies and there'd be shots that were like supposed to be there to communicate to you, this character is rich. And I'd be like, okay, okay. Looks like a lot of space. Is that expensive or something?
Right. Off we go.
So many good ellipses from Cloud in this, and they're unsubtitled ellipses.
And these right here are my babies.
Just accept the Home Alone house. I know, right, Yukipo? That's exactly what I mean. If Andrew and I have kids, it's something I might want to try to instill in them, like, what things are meant to tell you that a person is rich and aren't reasonable for a normal person to have. Namely, Aerith's house. Yes, yes. Yeah, the orphanage being on the lake, I agree.
Which ones do you think we should pick?
Any of them.
Oh, don't be like that. I know you have an eye for this kind of thing.
Picking flowers. Choose flowers to deliver to the leaf house. Press triangle when you're close to a garden to pick flowers. The decorations of the leaf house will change depending on the colors you select. Okay. It's shocking, I can't believe I'm saying it, but I think that a lot of the new stuff is better than the original game, and that they could have served the story better by cutting some of the original stuff, but in my mind, I'll enjoy their direct adaptation, and then I'll, in my mind, pretend like there's an alternate version of the game where they cut the parts that are weird.
Huh. It is?
Nice try, mister. You can't fool me. I think we still need a few more. Which should we pick next? Good eye. People used to give these to declare their loyalty to one another. Interesting, right? She said, as many as you can carry, so maybe a few more?
You gonna let me go up there now and get the orange ones? Oh, all these choices.
Whoa, foxtails, huh? I gotta hand it to you. I never would have thought of that. It'll definitely take them by surprise.
Nice.
I think we're good now. What do you say? Shall we go? No need to hurry. We're not under the gun or anything.
I'm not cut out for this crap.
Sure you are. And when you're done, you'll be drowning in job offers. So, how do you think they'll arrange these flowers?
Dunno.
Well, we'll soon find out.
This is the sort of, like, speed that I think is appropriate. Walking into town with her and then collecting the flowers with her and talking to her mom. I just think that the part they adapted with Reno is, like, lightning fast. I guess they were trying to rush to get to this part.
Did you forget the way or something?
Absolutely I did. Are you kidding?
I'll wait out here.
Oh, okay.
Lovingly quilted queen-size quilt stretched over a king-size
Why not
bed.
check out the town?
Stretch over 1/4 of a king-size bed, right? Stretched over a bed frame. I would like to check out the town. Thank you. I was trying to do this earlier, actually. Where's this guy Arsic?
So, what'll it be?
I get Costa del Sol. I have all of these except poison materia. Ooh. So you need added effect poison, not poison elemental, right?
I knew you had
Bioga.
I remember you.
Where's Aaron?
Shit, hope you're not quest
Leaf House.
potential.
I'll buy some for you when we're all grown up. Really? What about me?
Oh, it's Chadley. What's up, buddy? Hold up. There are... That's from the previous area? Okay, never mind.
Cloud, I understand you must be busy, but I hope you haven't forgotten about my research.
Dude, weird eye thing, backpack, or weird butterfly thing on your shoulder. Or. Doubles ATB when activated. Interesting. Uses off all the ATB gauges at the start of the battle. It's an interesting way to interpret First Strike.
Cloud, I have come up with the most fascinating theory. Perhaps you can lend me your assistance in gathering data to test it? Cloud, I have the most amazing news. I believe I might know how to develop summoning materia, something heretofore thought impossible.
About the whole point of summoning
This materia
materia?
can only be found in nature, but I may just be able to prove otherwise.
Okay.
And so, Cloud, I turn to you. I would like to test this theory by way of my combat simulator. To wit, I want you to fight and defeat summon data in VR.
VR?
I sense that you find my phrasing to be somewhat obtuse.
No. No! These fucking VR missions were in, Crisis Core.
Please let me know when you have made your preparations.
Okay.
I have to tell you that I'm grateful for
Hopefully
all
it's
your
not
help
a
thus far.
comparable volume of them. Oh, I guess I was able to do those even before I had the intel unlocked. That's cool. You turn off the game console.
I've done it. I've developed a new materia.
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carrier Rock. Oh no! Oh dear. Wait. Could I... fuck. Could I have had this materia before the Sector 5 reactor mission? Oh no. This is the earliest I could get it? Okay, thank God. Provoke, draw the enemy's attention. Ineffective against bosses. Because we don't want to code them to respond to it. Decrease enemy damage and fills the ATB gauge faster when guarding. Shiva.
Then I invite you to ready your portable battle simulator.
Get ready.
This is right out of Crisis Core.
All right.
Wow.
Time to burn. Now. Let's get this over with.
Okay, fireworks. It's good to know.
Calling fire. Let's do it right.
Ice element summon created in virtual reality. The manifestation of a queen who once healed the planet's wounds with ice. So they're going to give you a lot of these summons way earlier than you get them in the original game. Well, you don't get any summons until you leave Midgar, so... Guess that's fair.
Time to burn.
I interrupted your shit.
No escape. Calling fire.
I think that missed. I'm not sure. Definitely her pressure gauge is down.
I won't give up.
It's good, Cloud. You shouldn't. Ow. Lazaga seems bad. Get out of it! Get out of it! Get out of it! Oh, we got stunned by the first hit. Yikes. Try that again.
Was there a problem? I know the system is functioning properly.
Fuck you, Chadley.
Take a moment to catch your breath and then try again.
Alright.
Then I invite you to ready your portable battle simulator.
You get Chocomog in the Chocobo farm outside of Midgar. She's still scanned.
Need a light. No escape. Need a light.
Okay, so she doesn't always get interrupted when I cast fire on her. Interesting.
No escape.
Does she have like a status effect on me that's slowing my ATB? Is it just like, was it slow?
Time to burn.
Yeah, it's happened to me a couple times now.
I'm waiting.
Should have guarded that. It looks like I'm not clear on what you are able to physically remove yourself from and what requires dodging. Like some things seem to have like a hit scan.
Not looking good. Still in it.
Ow.
Gotta be careful.
Get out of it? No.
Some hero you turned out to be.
The getting knocked down with that is really annoying. I'm gonna try to save some MP so I can cast Cura after I do the
That
first
was
couple of Curas.
unfortunate, but remember, your limitations are only...
Third try.
Then I invite you to ready your portable battle simulator.
Most range attacks need to be blocked, but they can't be dodged. You don't have any iframes while dodging in this, right?
Burn. No escape. Calling fire.
Nope.
Gotta stay.
So what causes... Do I, like, have a secret stagger meter somewhere? Jesus.
Second wind.
Be enough to change things here, we'll see. Certain attacks stun. So like whiteout is stunning me, I guess.
Not looking good.
So like, how are you meant to guard in this game? Are you supposed to like kind of walk around and
That it?
wait until you block something and then start attacking? Like, you're not supposed to do it reactively when you see, like, once you see the ability that says whiteout, it's too late to press R1.
No escape.
I think I wasted my MP too. Lame.
Need a light?
That did too. What the hell?
Let's finish this.
Okay, she's pretty hard.
Let's go.
I'm gonna have to use an elixir on this fight, I think. It seems like that does almost the same amount of damage when I'm blocking as it does when I'm not. Ow.
Gotta be careful.
Ifrit.
Have fun.
Can do other things while blocking. I don't think I realized that.
Not looking good. Ain't dead yet. Come on.
That's nice. So a radiant plume if we can. I feel like it seems like they balanced the fight around oh, Diamond Dust, uh-oh.
Calling fire.
No interrupting it, apparently. If I die again, I'll do Elemental Ice Materia and junction that to my defense. I think I should be able to do that. Oh, it burned my MP while I was, when I tried to cast it right before her cutscene started. Bummer. Oh, now I know that's how that works.
Second wind.
Using an elixir, who even knows? Thanks, Ifrit. Oh, this was intended for a single player.
Get some rest.
Nope, I don't have Ifrit equipped. Let's do... Ow, Jesus. Alright, well, after she uses, Now I need to load my save because I just burned an actual elixir while I was in there.
So that you can claim. I look forward to
Because it doesn't actually count as a game over. You only lose items when you win. Did I have 3 elixirs before? Okay.
I hope you will continue to help me gather vital information for my research. Then I invite you to ready your portable battle simulator.
Oh, actually, hold on. Give up real quick to equip the elemental ice materia on my Bengal. 1 sec.
Was there a problem? I know the system is functioning. I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel submissions.
You cannot start this game on hard, right? You have to play hard on New Game Plus after you've beaten it. Let's do, what's the one of these linked mithril amulet? The only one that is? Oh, Legionist bracelet. Let's do elemental ice. Halves linked elemental damage. Nowhere close to leveling up.
I hope you will continue to help me gather vital information for my research. Then I invite you to ready your portable battle simulator.
Yep, Ifrit does about 40% of her health and damage, but after she uses Diamond Dust, she uses a triple Heavenly Strike ability. I like this fight because it's kind of making me learn how the game works, because every other fight in the game I've been able to just mash the square button on, and I can't get away with that now, which I prefer.
No escape. Burn.
I could, but I'd rather have elemental ice. Rather take less damage from her attacks, because I can do plenty of damage with fire magic.
Time to burn.
Problem is she can one-shot me pretty easily if she stuns me.
Calling fire.
This feels like the first fight in the game where knowing how to dodge and block matters to your success, so that's kind of cool.
No escape. You're done.
Anything's got me. Kind of a waste while she's staggered, but it's fine. Lame. Yeah, it just burns it if you cast it at the wrong time during her phase transition. You just lose the benefit of the spell, apparently. It doesn't always work, though. Like, you certainly can't do it right away. Or I just cast fire on her and the spell got eaten and did no damage. Ow.
Let's try that again.
That would have been a one-shot without elemental ice on him. Blocking is useless. I don't think it is. I think there's points where you're supposed to use it, but it just barely reduces the damage you're taking. Except when you need it to not get stunned or die. Then you have to like know which effects are the ones that cause stun that you're supposed to block, you know.
Calling fire.
Fire didn't do anything again.
No more playing nice. No escape. Need a light?
There we go.
Any last words? Now. Don't close your...
Yeah. I don't have it high enough for it to do better than having the damage yet.
Gotta be careful.
If I can still do the region trick from the original game where you cast region and then you open the disc tray so you can heal to full in the middle of combat.
Calling fire.
So, okay, she is dodging sometimes when I'm casting fire. What does it look like when she does that? I'm learning how the game works. Familiars? So they like eating certain spells or something?
Ain't dead yet.
Okay. Does anything else make her orbs go away? Looks like physically attacking her isn't doing it, right? Maybe if I had elemental fire attacks.
Get him. Never again.
He burns them on major spells. Okay, that's a cool mechanic. I guess it just kind of felt like my abilities were whipping for no particular reason. But if that's what was happening, that's much cooler. It's diamond dust. Too late.
I'm waiting.
Can't interrupt her when she starts it.
Time to burn. You're mine. Going all out. You're as good as dead. Let's go.
First try. Cool fight.
Outstanding.
We
The
got
Shiva
this,
summoning
Marstead.
materia is complete.
How?
And now
Where?
it's yours. Use it as you see fit.
First try.
The Lady of Frost is the perfect companion for a man like you, Cloud. She will prove most useful when the time comes to destroy Shinra.
If the VR missions are just cool, difficult solo boss fights, then I'm fine with that. Okay, it's not like Crisis Core, thank God.
I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel submissions.
No, I didn't have to use an elixir. Use some ethers, which is unacceptable, but what are you gonna do? What stat boosts? Strength, vitality. I see. So we want Shiva equipped on. Oh, I don't think I noticed that when I equipped Ifrit earlier. It's kind of cool, actually. The titanium bangle. Throw armlet is just strictly better. Let's do. Actually, no, I do want the titanium bangle. Oh, I didn't realize you could just trade equipment like that. That's convenient. Right on. But he's got fire, healing, and assess. Also want lightning, I think. And steel for sure. Got all the tax slots, right? You need these for every boss fight in the game. You want to keep leveling up elemental materia. Poison would be nice. So does poison elemental materia make it so you can't get poisoned? Or does that require poison added effect in the defense slot?
Stop telling us stories about that damn reactor. Man.
Added effect would prevent the status effect poison. It would prevent the damage from bio.
To the Leaf House.
Hi, Ben.
I'd love to say something.
What'll it be for you today?
What do you got? Well, the weapon shops don't stock weapons. Doing another one of those. Somewhat expensive. Oh, I can access it all from this screen. Okay, good to know.
Take care of my equipment, you hear?
I wish they swapped the map button and the menu screen. I want this way more often, so I keep trying to click the giant touchpad in the center of the PS4, and it's like bad. Let's do. So the cooldown is shorter, that's pretty good. It's a save your butt button, basically. Oh shit button. Plus damage AGB loose when guarding might force me to actually think about using guarding.
We're looking at another cloudy day in Midgard with overcast skies.
Is it time for Stamp's adventures yet?
They weren't targeting slugs.
Huh?
Right?
Huh? Fabric softener.
Nah, can't leave without telling her.
I'm looking for side quests and trying to explore the area for chests and stuff, but thank you. on it. Echo Mist instead of Echo Drops. Interesting.
This here's the Sector 5 Community Center.
Okay. Surprised that you were someone that I didn't just overhear dialogue from.
Truth be told, it's really just a place for us old folks to sit and chat.
Strong math teacher energy.
If you're not doing anything, would you mind chatting with these ladies?
Tango of Tears. They had some fun with these. It's the you lost the Chocobo race fanfare.
Is something wrong?
You could say that. Sounds like someone spooked the kids.
Yeah, 2 of them disappeared. They ran away after this creepy guy wearing black clothes showed up.
A Turk?
That's what I thought, but no.
It's this guy who's always stumbling around town in a dirty robe full of holes. They say he's sick or something. Oh, and he had some kind of number tattooed on his arm.
I don't like the sound of this.
Sky are sick.
I know someone who fits that description. I'll come with.
Okay.
Come on.
Veiled Sephiroth clones.
Will he bite me?
I think showing you the subtitles on the side of the screen of what the randos are saying reveals how much of it there is. Like, I appreciate that it's there in case I just want to glance over and see if they're saying a word I care about. But
Limits to grown-ups. But if we want to rescue them, well, we gotta break the rules.
Loading Sidle. How are they going to do this once we get out of Midgar and there's not garbage everywhere to sneak past?
You're back! Aerith's come to help.
Yeah, leave it to us. We'll take care of it from here.
But there are monsters out there!
Don't worry. I've brought a super strong friend along with me.
I used to be a soldier.
Please look forward to.
So where's the guy?
I don't know. He disappeared and we can't find him.
Right now, let's worry about the kids.
Come on.
Danger in the hideout.
Pretty flower, pretty blue flower, won't you talk to me?
That flower is the furthest thing from blue I've ever seen. Art department and writing department, y'all need to talk. There you go. Let's go, Aerith.
They ran off this way. Be careful.
Where do you think they went?
Who knows? They're kids.
The music is telling me it's a big deal,
Look
though.
all over.
I just hope we find them in time.
Hedgehog pies. Oh, I know what their stolen items are, right? Okay. Shit, Shiva didn't have a steal, did she? I didn't check. 2 things to be stressed out about all the time now.
That's that.
And we're safe.
Did ones that I did automatically. Assess 10 enemy types. Exploit weaknesses of 15 enemy types. Defeat 2 or more enemies with a single attack. Defeat 3 unique varieties. Yeah, but I wasn't looking at that section when I assessed Shiva, so I don't remember.
Try to stay behind me.
Antidote.
That
Actually, I could steal some ethers to make up for the ones that I wasted in that Shiva fight. Oops, that was an accident. Next time.
Go on.
I thought that they were making the later parts PS5 exclusive. Is that not a thing? Nothing about the sequels, okay.
Ah, there they are.
And they're not alone.
It's that cute robots.
Bring it.
It's a PS5 release date. Do we know when?
Enough.
Go on.
That's that.
Stadia exclusive. There you go.
That's it.
That's that. That it? I'll protect you.
I'm pretty good at protecting myself, you know.
It's over.
I was talking to everybody else there. Hey, you stole ether.
Keep it together.
I'm coming.
Quickly, we gotta save them.
All right.
It's fine. What's up? Final Fantasy 7.
Probably should have watched.
Do you want to play it tonight? Need to get your blind opinion on stuff soon.
Hold on.
Go Mist.
Pushing it.
We've gotta get through this. Just taking a little break.
Come on.
Kitties, don't unplug the monitors.
You're done. Enough. That's that. It's over.
Self-destruct. That's fun.
Let's switch it up.
Sure, however I can help. I'm feeling pretty weak.
You'll be fine.
This might be it.
Sorry, but you handle it.
Get ready. That's that.
Triple slash.
That's that. That'll do.
Oh, they're all waking up. Let's go.
There. You're mine.
We've gotta get through this.
Time to get serious.
So long. Can you handle them?
Fight through it. You're out of luck.
This is a pretty good test of the RTX. Andrew is in the kitchen right now and the kitties are meowing. Are you guys hearing a lot of it? Awesome. Did you do you? It is magical. Black magic, this new technology. Wow, I almost died out of combat. That's funny. It should be picking up Andrea's speech. It filters for speech. But it should filter out everything else. It doesn't sound like human speech.
Watch out! The ground's really shaky. It's because of the reactor. You can't trust your feet.
Thanks, kid.
I'll go. Come on.
Whoa! Thank you.
I don't have any smooth controls over it. Unfortunately, it's not like the one I was using before where I could directly specify.
Let's head back.
Saving the day. This game has... Sometimes it lets you jog, sometimes it lets you sprint, and sometimes it forces a walk, and I'm not clear why. It's a loading thing, maybe? Or it's a way to discourage you from exploring in sections that are meant to be on rails?
Run and hide.
Nice.
Here it comes.
Guys are echo drops, right? Howdy, favorite customer.
You're done.
Oh, when it's not finished loading, it forces you to walk. That makes sense.
This one's for you. How did you get to be so strong?
Well, you see, Cloud here used to be a soldier.
He was? Did you go fight in the war?
I might have.
Because if I turn around here and he starts walking, it's interesting. As long as I'm moving generally towards Aerith. I'm gonna check something real quick and see if they've got new grade choices here. All the adults are like, dude, you're trying too hard.
Try to stay behind me.
That way I can cover your back.
No holding back. That's that.
I appreciate that bark from Aerith there.
Let's go.
I'm gonna grow up to be a soldier.
Try to stay behind me. That way I can cover your
Grow up
back.
to be a soldier. You gotta work at it. Cloud thinks I'm good enough to be one, right?
Look at you, Mr. Popular.
Well, he doesn't respond. You suck at being around kids, Cloud.
Really cool, and you went like, yeah, yeah. You've got it all wrong.
And it's walking now, too.
No way. It's way faster than that. Yeah, yeah, like that. Fine. Then how about? Yeah, yeah. Like that. Isn't that right, Cloud?
Wait,
Isn't
the
that right,
teeth.
Cloud? Come on. Tifa, wait! Tifa! Tifa!
Tifa.
That's cool.
Tifa?
Yeah, Cloud.
What's wrong?
Who's Tifa?
Nothing.
Is Tifa like your girlfriend?
No.
He mentions her for the first time
It's not like that.
later?
More like... I don't know how to explain.
I see.
Doesn't that first, maybe a little earlier than that, but I seem to remember it first coming up when they're at the playground and she's talking about Zach. Because he sees her.
Thank you. From now on, if you run into trouble, promise me you'll find an adult, okay?
Okay, I will. And here, since you're so cool, you guys are both grown-ups, but you're also one of us now. You can come and play here whenever you want.
Thanks, Oates. Cool scarf, kid. Surprised it's not like a half scarf. Alright, handmade something something. Or is it just like a key item? Proof you've been accepted by the children of the Sector 5 slums as one of their own. Provides access to their secret hideout.
Thanks for helping our friends.
I like that his toy sword is a giant buster sword. It's kind of awesome. There's a lot of reference to Zach in the original game. Like, you go to his parents' house and they talk about him, and Eris talks about him, but you only actually see him if you do the Disc 3 cutscene. Well, this is a lot cooler than the This Guy or 6 scene. I thought it was really insignificant and it's easily missable.
Wait! Not him. It looks pretty damn similar.
He looks similar.
There's the number, but why 2?
Yeah, I remember him being number 2.
Come to think.
The reunion. Is nothing to fear.
I do like the way that they've interpreted the black cloaked reunion clones from the original. It's cool.
Cloud, get it together. Come on.
You don't know who Sephiroth is, do you?
Sephiroth, the war hero? I know he died in an accident 5 years ago. They said so on the news.
Have you RSVP'd?
But I've got a feeling he's still alive.
Nope, you're wrong.
Oh, right. Come on, let's go.
Oh, then you must be from the legendary... Wait! Stop running away from me!
Adding some clarity to the clones is something I'm
here need
excited
help.
for.
When I'm out on patrol, a lot of them tell me about their problems. Do you think you might be interested in helping out?
Well, I'm all for it. We still have plenty of time.
I'm on the clock.
Don't worry, I give you permission.
I always have the
Sephiroth's corpse is at the North
Come find me
Crater.
if you want to know.
There's one scene where you kind of encounter the original Sephiroth, but it's arguably just a Cloud dealing with Sephiroth in his head, the Omnis Slash thing after One Winged Angel. Every other time you think you're encountering Sephiroth, you're encountering Genova. Mysterious Moogle merchant, kids on patrol, weapons on a rampage, and then those unlock 3 additional quests. Okay, here we go.
Oh my, is that a Moogle? You can see me, Kupo?
Yeah.
Then you two must be very, very special people. In that case, welcome to the Moogle Emporium. I'm the owner, Moggy. You must not be familiar with Mog the Moogle. It's a pretty famous fairy tale.
I know, we're gonna make him have
Mog
sex
wanted
at
to
the
bring
Gold
happiness
Saucer.
to all the Moogles of the forest, so he decided to open a shop of wonders. That's right, Kupo. I opened a store to bring happiness to the slums, like Mog. And you know, only people with the purest of hearts can even see Moogles.
You're going for a much more bear ear thing with
Well,
Moogles than I've always imagined
magic
them.
isn't perfect, Kupo. Anyway, we've collected all kinds of rare and wondrous goods. They can be yours if you've got enough Moogle medals, but they'll need to buy a membership first.
Buy a membership card. I love the little... That's actually pretty adorable. I'm a fan of that. Koala oogles.
If you find any Moogle medals, you can spend them here, Kupo.
So, Moggy, what do you do with the medals we give you?
Oh, you know what? I use them to make everyone happy. That's the duty of every Moogle.
Of course, just like Mog the Moogle. I see you're working hard, Mr. Merc.
Yep.
So what are you gonna do next?
Keep on working hard.
As you always do, I'm sure.
You know, this is how I earn a living.
Huh? Really? I thought you were just doing it for fun.
I suppose some people do.
Hello, I'm some people. Nice to meet you.
Big fan of New Earth.
Welcome to the Moogle Emporium.
Now, my impression of Final Fantasy VII is that every time you encounter Sephiroth, the boss fight that you fight is a Jenova boss fight. So Jenova is like a Cthulhu-style Lovecraftian cosmos alien monster. Source of a lot of evil. She uses Sephiroth's form to get around and communicate. But Sephiroth as a dude went crazy and burned down Nibelheim, and that's all we see of him. That's the end. Elegant statue with silver. Oh shit, you got some significant stuff for these Moogle medals. I've got 16 in the bank. Increases Cloud's skill points. This is pretty cool. Okay, well we definitely want that. Now I'm much more terrified of missing Moogle medals. Increases the effectiveness of healing spells cast on you on HP is 25% or lower. Don't care that much. Enter battle with a slightly filled ATB gauge. Don't care that much. Definitely want the silver staff. Save points until I have enough to buy these with points left over.
You guys are great! Thanks to you, I've got a ton of medals, Kupo. Which means I can bring happiness to a ton of people.
Good for you.
Hey, Cloud. Maybe say it like you mean it?
Not until I'm happy. Go on, work your magic. Make me smile. From ear to ear.
I'll need a lot more medals, Kupo.
Well, that won't do. Come on, Cloud. Let's go get more.
Good luck, guys!
That's like a nervous tick. He keeps saying Kupo. Alright, where can I see if they've maxed out a weapon? Is that the little bar underneath the weapon there? Because I think I switched someone else's weapon before it got mastered. Let me check. Metal Knuckles I didn't finish mastering, I think. And remind me, what causes you to increase proficiency with a weapon? Sorcerer's Storm. Mashing triangle? Okay. And the computer won't do that, right? That's probably the problem. New material slots. Oh, the ATB ability? Okay.
He doesn't see me. Be quiet.
Yeah, I can totally hear the Disney thing with the gold saucer theme. That's cool. Ten uses. Okay. I'll probably get a side quest here soon that'll let me do it. Avalanche is working for Utah.
Get your hands on the hottest.
Now, will it always show a triple question mark for the song that's playing if I haven't unlocked it yet? Or will it sometimes show me the name of the song even if I don't have it?
Shinra weapons are on the rampage. 5 of them, like floating eyeballs. I saw them wander off into the scrap, but if they come back
Your
and attack
mouth
us,
is
it'll be a
weird,
disaster.
dude.
We need someone who's willing and able to fight.
Sure hope not. I'll handle it.
You will?
This is the first
Oh, man,
content
you're
they added to the
best.
game.
I could hear them shouting intruder detected or some other nonsense when they floated off. Be careful. They look dangerous.
Weapons on a rampage, not those weapons.
Wonder if I'd get in trouble if I went on my own.
That's what's called easy.
I know you can do it! Higher! No, it's much too dangerous.
Oh. You're that former soldier, aren't you? Cloud, was it?
Former soldier turned problem solver. Are you okay, Miss Folia? You look upset.
Yeah, I am pretty upset. The kids are still off doing patrols, even though it's now time for their lessons. Not a single one of them has come back yet.
Patrols? Is that a Leaf House thing? Something they do to help out?
That's right. In return for the donations we receive, the kids go around town picking up litter, running errands, that kind of thing. I don't suppose you've seen any of them, have you? You see, I have some important plans this evening, and I really need to go and get ready.
Would you like us to go round them up?
That would be wonderful. There are 5 of them out on patrol right now. They all wear homemade swords on their backs, so they should be easy to spot.
Got it. We have to do these 3 to get the 3 below them. Okay. Kids on patrol, weapons on a rampage. And we've already established that the map markers are often useless, or sometimes they send you back to the quest giver, sometimes they actually tell you where to go, right? Yeah, but I think the whole point is that Sephiroth goes crazy because of Genova. Like, the Genova cells are what are influencing him.
Hey there.
It's pretty normal until he finds out what happened.
I've been picking up garbage and giving people directions.
He kind of
Plus, I
surrenders
helped
himself to her
across the
will.
street. You've been busy. It's a normal day for me. Gotta work hard. The house depends on people's donations. Oh no! I'm late! Did you see Miss Folia? Is she mad? Oh, I gotta go! I'm sorry!
You're fine, it's fine. Okay, now there's a little MMO icon with a bubble around it, which wasn't the last. Okay, that's fine. They eventually put it together. That's all that matters.
You don't look familiar? Me?
What's the ready? Eric, you're back! Come, look what we've done with the flowers. Lovely, don't you think?
Doing side quests
Great
first.
job. That's wonderful.
Isn't it? Oh, I nearly forgot. I saw some Shinra suit walking toward your house a little while ago. He was dressed all in black. A little scary looking.
Go to Calm. Calm has the flashback. Talking about the man in black. I do like that since they've already shown us a reunion person and made it much more clear that they're in the spooky black robe. People talking about the man in black could just be talking about any of the Sephiroth clones.
Isn't this good? I'm very sorry for Miss Folia.
Sounds quite rude. Do you think Hojo set up like a Masamune armory where like any of the clones can go to get their own sword if they want one?
Hello, Cloud. Sir, it's a real honor to meet you. I think you soldier guys are awesome. I want to be strong and tough when I grow up too. You sound very determined.
These are dangerous times. A reactor blew up and a bunch of kids lost their friends and families. Who knows what might blow up next?
I guess that means more children might be coming to the house soon.
And I think the teachers are gonna have a whole lot more work to do.
Shit's dark, Aerith.
Foley is looking for you.
Oh man, I completely forgot! I have to get back right now!
Yeah, I like calling all the clones together. It's like, do you want to stop looking like a sick, homeless person? Would you rather show off your chest?
Sure hope not.
Grow your hair out?
My very first Undercity night. Hey, hey! My life's a
Oh.
You scared me!
I was also under the impression as a kid that the number 2 tattoo clone is who Hojo mistakes Cloud for.
You want to open up a shop of your own someday?
Yeah, so I can earn lots of money and use it to help the house. The teachers don't like to talk about it, but we know the donations aren't enough to keep things running. But that's a secret, okay? I'm not supposed to tell anyone. Anyway, I gotta go study.
There's also a chance of rain in some areas.
Hey, looking for a new weapon?
Pretty excited to see this game's interpretation of Hojo. Like, he's kind of the real villain. Like, he's the puppet master of Final Fantasy VII. Genova is the real villain in the sense that she's this big scary threat that causes all these problems, but...
Hey there, how goes the patrol?
There's a lot more
she's got
people
that,
on the
like,
streets than usual.
cosmic horror
because the
abstraction to her.
Well, you've been keeping a very sharp lookout. But don't you think you're forgetting something important?
Oh, Miss Folia's lessons! I gotta get back to the house!
Wanna join the watch? I'll fight avalanche or moonshine.
I just love the smell.
One more kid. I think it's near the exit from the area I was just at. We're at time. I'm going to go over a little bit because of the Comcast outage earlier, as we lucked out that it didn't recur. Stay near the edge of the bubble, maybe? Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Rodman.
A couple of drinks out would hit the spot right about. You won't stop telling us stories about that damn reactor.
Gotta load the Moogle store. It's still in the green bubble, right? Oh, I guess it's just barely out of it. Never mind.
You heard what they said on TV? Man just working for Moon Time.
Avalanche is working for Tie.
Throughout the city are also voicing their anger and outrage.
I wish I knew who to trust.
Where are you going?
These are my least favorite quests in Final Fantasy XIV, the one where there's a bubble.
I don't think I know you. You don't look familiar? I'm from this town. Yeah, I'm the Dawn.
This dead end, maybe? Oh. There's the Midgar Zolom. Yeah. But the Midgar Zolom, they're using Midgar Zormir. There's a kid.
Wow, you're that soldier, right? Can I ask you a super important question?
It's not like a primal though, it's just like a random boss name.
Reactor, and there's gonna be another
Big snake in the desert.
Is that true?
Who knows? But isn't there something else you should be worrying about right now?
I forgot about Miss Folia's lesson. I gotta head back to the house.
But it's one of those classic
Let's go back
PS1 era localization eras, right? It was Zolom.
The children finally came back, thanks to you two. You've been a great help. Okay, everyone, come inside. It's time to hit the books.
I think I heard Midgard Zormir before I heard Jormungand because of
We gotta do something about him.
that was the server I played on in Final Fantasy XI.
A weird, creepy monster we've seen near the hideout lately. He wears a crown and walks around like he owns the place. If he's not a king, he's gotta be monster royalty at least. I bet a soldier could beat him up easy.
Oh yeah, real easy. But here's the thing. I don't work for free. Or cheap.
You work for real cheap, buddy.
The watch wouldn't ask for money.
But if we ask any other grown-ups for help, they'll find out about the hideout.
Boss Kid has the fucking terrifying club full of nails.
Come on, help us. Oh, and we'll give you some cool treasure if you do. And if that's
He has
not
an
enough,
actual dangerous
I'll pay the rest of
weapon.
your fee once I open my shop.
Well, if you won't help, then we'll just have to kill it ourselves.
I'll do it for 3 gil.
Huh?
I'm offering a special discount right now on Toad King jobs.
That's cute,
Looks like it's
Cloud.
your lucky day.
Awesome! Now that's my kind of bargain.
I like
I'm
that.
sorry we had to give you such a dangerous job, but there's really no one else we could have asked.
Mom.
You're our only hope.
There's nothing else on the way back to the church. Well, I guess there's gonna be this side quest in the area that was like super obviously a boss fight arena. And give me some Moogle medals, kids. That Cloud's not just an asshole all the time.
Get back.
I can fight too, you know.
Nothing to it.
Confirming it's at this dead end here, okay.
Get back.
I can fight too, you know.
Try this.
Glad that's over. Okay then.
That's it.
And we're
Start switching to Aerith, that's right. To get her weapon skill
I
unlocked
can
here.
fight too, you know. Get ready. Okay. Here.
Arcane Ward. Oh, that's pretty cool. Double cast, basically? Oh, and it's got like ley line style MMO things where you have to stay in the ward.
Here.
I kind of dig that.
Needs more magic. Get ready. You'll see. Get ready.
It's pretty sweet. I gotta heal soon.
Sorry, but I gotta. Go on.
It's over.
Yoo-hoo! serious.
Just trying to get the unlock here.
Let's go.
It ended before I could.
Come on.
Hey. Ow. Asshole. That's an attack.
Too bad.
No steals from that Jug Pie King. Okay. It's too funny.
Need more magic.
I won't give up.
Stop that, Jesus.
Let's try that again. That it?
Okay, so it doesn't like hurt me as much when they're. I think the king is buffing them. Thinking against ice, which I don't have equipped on either of them at the moment.
Take the lead.
So it's my turn?
Okay.
No, no.
Feeling pretty weak.
Aerith is unconscious. Probably should have given raise to.
Still up for it?
Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Now, does her special field only work for her, or any spells cast in the ley lines?
Don't overdo it.
Come on, you can do it.
Steady.
Get ready.
What?
Yoo-hoo!
Bounce attack is so annoying. Like, once it starts happening, getting out of it is a pain in the ass. I'm gonna die here.
Ain't dead yet.
I'm gonna get some limit breaks here soon.
Be careful.
Look at it, I can't really kill the ads.
Gotta dig deep for this one.
Healing wind, please.
Strong and carry on.
Whoa, did it get off and then she died before it finished healing her? Rude.
Still up for it? Don't close your.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're as good as dead. Sloppy.
Sloppy. Okay, one of them died from the limit break.
It's on you.
I'm coming. Here. Let's get serious. It's your turn.
Hang back. It's on now. So tired.
Sleepy.
Okay.
Get ready.
Okay.
Ouch.
Why don't you lead the way?
All the times.
I'll take care of it. That's it.
Add ice magic, this would be a lot easier.
Try this.
Headshot pie is down, that helps. Not getting Goomba bounced anymore.
Nothing to it.
Yes, thank you. Alright. We're at time. Let me check some stuff real quick. Guard stick is part of the way there. Okay. Future Marstead. You got to do a bunch of side quests before you leave this area. You can also go back to the church and get the yellow materia that was in the bottom floor that you missed last time, so go do that. There's a Moogle merchant. If you find more Moogle medals, right now they sell some really good books that give you SP, but they're extremely expensive. I don't think you want to book dump your points on it because I assume you're going to run into that NPC later. You'll have more stock. You want to make sure you're not emptied out on Moogle medals so that you can't buy future weapons or other significant upgrades. I'm sure that the books will be something to dump on once you're full on other stuff. Probably don't need the accessories. I'm guessing those are the kinds of things we'll find in shops later, but weapons are a high priority. Materia, unique materia is a high priority. Books are low priority until you've got tons of medals to spare. Thanks, folks. I'll let you guys know what's coming up here.